What's good, everybody? What's good? Welcome to another edition of Heart of the City, where we take you around the city, around all New York City area sports. It's me, your host, NYG22, aka Mr. Unpopular Opinion Sports. And it's just going to be me for Dolo for right now, because right now we don't have Coach Ed to join us, but hopefully, Coach is all right. And he will be back soon. But we're gonna keep it moving, man. But like I always like to do, man. What's up to the chat, man? How y'all doing out there, man? Please throw some ones in the chat, man. Let me know if my audio is good, if my visuals are good, man, and we're gonna get it jumping, man. A lot to get into, man. A lot going around in the city. Daniel Berry Sports Highlight. What's good, man? What's good, man? Appreciate you joining the show, man. I hope everything is good with you, man. Appreciate that. Please, on your way in, hit that like button. Consider sharing the video, man. And definitely, you want to subscribe, man, so you get notifications when I'm going live with Heart of the City and also, man, with my Sunday show, Giants Conversation. But lots to get into tonight. As far as the show is concerned, Giants, man, a lot going on with the Giants. A whole lot going on with the Giants, but we're going to get into the Giants, of course, losing to the Raiders 30-6. We're going to touch on the Jets loss. They only scored 6 points as well, losing to the Chargers. Nets lose to the Bucks. A lot of losing going on in the city. Knicks get a win, beat the Clippers. And some news on the Yankees and Mets. That's what I got for y'all today. But some more shout outs to the chat, man. Appreciate y'all coming through. Wells, what's good with you, man? Salute, bro. You already know what it is, man. Bookend tackles, man. Appreciate you coming through, man. Salute. Most definitely, man. Let's do a little bit of around the city. And then we're gonna get into the Giants and the Jets. And then we're going to get into basketball with the Knicks and Nets. So let's drum it up here.
I want the power, but I want the love and respect first. Said I want the power, but I want the love and respect first. Yeah, I want the power, but I want the love and respect first. Yeah, I want the power, the love and respect first.
All right. Let's get into around the city, man. Let's get into this, man. Get a little background music going on, man. Set the mood right, man, because it ain't looking good out here, man, with these teams. As I said, man, Giants lose to Raiders 30-6. Daniel Jones tears his ACL and is done for the season. We're going to ask the question, what now? What is next for this New York Giants team? Where do they go from here? What do they do at quarterback? Who do they bring back? Who do they let go? Lots of turmoil right now for the New York Giants. And it's sad because it was such a promising outlook. You know, preseason, everybody had high expectations. Thought that this was going to be the year the Giants finally keep it moving and pushing the right direction, man. But things have just fallen off the rails. But I'm going to get more in depth to the Giants because I want to hear everyone's opinion, unpopular opinion on the New York Giants. But let's switch it over to the Jets for right now. We're doing around the city. We're going to touch on all the teams real quick. Jets lose to Chargers 26-7-6. They turn back into the Jets right after beating the Giants. They go right back to being the Jets, man. And we want to know, man, is this team really a playoff team? Is this a contending team, the New York Jets? Are their playoff hopes starting to fade? You know, Zach Wilson definitely not getting it done. Miscues, mistakes, you know, questions about Rob Saleh. Still got rumors about Aaron Rodgers thinking he's going to come back if they get into the playoff hunt. So not a lot of drama with the Jets, but they had high expectations when the season came in, coming into the season too. Of course, a lot of that hinged on Aaron Rodgers. and they're in the same boat as the dang on Giants. They just a little bit better than us. But I want to get into this Brooklyn Nets team, man. I like some of the things I'm seeing with the Nets. Some of the things I don't like that I'm seeing with the Nets. Of course, they took a L last night to the Bucks, 129-125. Cam Thomas, another huge game, 45 points. I think he's averaging close to 30 on the season so far. So I want to ask the question, is Cam Thomas starting to become one of those players, one of those high echelon scoring guards in the NBA? It's things we got to talk about. New York Knicks, honestly, I haven't been focused too much on the Knicks. This is usually the part of the show where Coach comes in, but I did catch a recap of them beating the Clippers. Of course, man, a lot of what the Knicks are going and where they can go hinges on RJ Barrett, Julius Randle. They both had nice games. Trend goes, when they have bad games, so do the Knicks. When they have decent games, so do the Knicks. Because from what I see, Julius Randle was doing his thing every night. I mean, not Julius Randle, Jalen Brunson for the most part. So, Knicks fans in the chat, let me know, man, how y'all feeling about the Knicks beating the Clippers, and are they starting to turn it around? Because it's been a struggle so far for the beginning of the season. Yankees, man. Yankees news. Anthony Volpe earns a Gold Glove, man, for shortstop. I think he was one of like 15 rookies to ever earn a Gold Glove at that position. So shout out to Anthony Volpe. Not a great year hitting the baseball, but definitely fantastic defense out there and at shortstop. And something else I want to talk about with the Yankees, this Brian Cashman interview. Shout out to Big Blue in the Bronx. Alex posted that on Twitter. Just arrogance at its finest. This guy definitely is like, he don't seem to really give a you-know-what about what Yankees fans think about this team, because he feels like he's doing a good job. No accountability at all. Speaking of, Mets hired Carlos Mendoza as manager. Yankees bench coach for Aaron Judge last 4 years, been in his Yankees organization about 15 seasons, I believe. So we shall see. Hopefully this is the start of greener pastures for the Mets, Also, in the Mets news, Kodai Senga, finalist for Rookie of the Year. And that is going to do it for Around the City. Appreciate that, y'all. Appreciate that. All right. What we got in the chat here? What's good? Bookends, Wells. What's good, man? Giants brought in Jacob Eason. Bookends, we if anybody knows Coach Ed outside of YouTube and can reach out to him, I've tried to reach out to him. Me, Lou, Pat, Big Blue Crew, been trying to reach out to him. Haven't heard anything from him. We went through this before, unfortunately, so I'm starting to get concerned. But if anybody hears from Coach, please let me know. Tell him to contact me or somebody in the crew so that we know he's all right. People go through things. Sometimes they don't want to be bothered. I have to respect that. But at the same time, as a friend, as a human being, you get concerned when things like this happen, when people just ghost. But I'm here tonight. And we're going to keep it moving, man. We're going to keep it positive, and hopefully, everything's all good. So let's just go ahead and rip the Band-Aid off, as Coach would say, start with these dang on Giants, and then we'll get into some of the other stuff. But New York Giants losing to the Raiders 30-6. Daniel Jones goes down, comes out to ACL tear. I mean, the disaster that this season is for the Giants, it just continues. Just continues to get worse and worse and worse. And now bringing in Jacob Eason. Think I heard of him before, but never seen him play for real, for real. I think maybe he wasn't he playing for the Bears or somebody like that a couple years ago. Man, you go from Daniel Jones and Tyrod Taylor to Jacob Eason, Matt Barkley, and Tyrod Taylor. So regardless of what you felt about Daniel Jones, just start there. Look at your quarterback room right now for the rest of the season. If you one of those Giants fans like myself that wants to see the team actually win games. So let's just start there. That's what the quarterback room is looking like for the Giants. Now, Giants in this game did not play well on either side of the ball. Receivers, not catching, same old crap, blunders, errors, you name it. Defense regressed as I thought it would. With Leonard Williams not being there, your run defense is not going to be as good. That's just how it is. Hopefully they can get Jordan Riley involved at some point since the season's pretty much done and see what you got there because you're going to need somebody to hold it down next to Dexter Lawrence. Well says DJ will be back next year, but we'd be a fool not to draft a quarterback. Let's get into it. The Giants right now, I think, hold the second pick in the NFL draft. Or no, they're projected to get the second pick in the NFL draft. It's some type of metrics they do. You know how they do these things, but they're projected to get the second pick in the NFL draft. And yeah, you're going to have to take a quarterback. You're going to have to take a quarterback. Me, for one, on a contrary to popular belief, I was never this huge Daniel Jones fan. I just had to come to realization that, a lot of the Giants' problems was in the offensive line and to a degree the defensive line as well, and the receivers on offense with this Giants team outside of the quarterback. So that's just one thing that I had to realize for myself, but not, stuck on this Daniel Jones thing, as some people seem to think. Just go get a guy that can play quarterback, whoever that may be. If you have to spend a draft pick on that, that's okay. I'm okay with that. What quarterback that is, we got months to discuss that. The draft is in April, which, by the way, we will be there again, me and the crew, in April at the NFL draft in Detroit. Got special packages for people that want to go. It's a special rate. But we'll get into that a little bit later. But this NFL draft, man, you got Marvin Harrison Jr. there. And then you got these quarterbacks. Drake May, Caleb Williams, Michael Penix, Bo Nix. That's another one. J.J. McCarthy. And I think word came out, Sador's going back to school. So, yeah, I think that's it. But who knows? Who knows? And with these quarterbacks, you have to have the right situation. Otherwise, they're going to struggle regardless of their talent. You have to have the right situation. So when you look at film, you have to look at what kind of quarterback does Brian Dable want, because Kafka's not going to be here. He's going to be the fall guy for this whole situation. He's going to be the one that they're going to cut bait with and say, look, we're gonna make a change. We're gonna start here with this guy because you gotta fire somebody because you can't bring the same guys back because it ain't working. So they'll get rid of Kafka, probably get rid of Bobby Johnson. I think Wink is safe, but Brian Dable will really have his entire footprint on the offense moving forward into 2024, regardless of who they hire. I believe at offensive coordinator, you could promote Shea Tierney, the offensive, the quarterback's coach, up to offensive coordinator, and it would just be him and Dable, at that point running the show. So that's what I think that they're going to be doing moving forward. Now, what quarterback that is, I don't know. I don't know. I'm people all over the place with this thing. So Bookins says he was a Georgia Bulldog and transferred to Washington, drafted by the Colts, I think. Mm-hmm. Yeah. We drafted a QB. Be shocked if we didn't. Issues. A good chance DJ won't be ready for the season, so you'll have to get another vet. Yeah, I think they will bring back Daniel Jones because you have to bring him back. He's going to be on the roster. And then I think I don't know if they want to bring Tyrod back. I don't really think that's a great option given his injury history, because then he's not going to last out there, especially if this line looks if it still looks the way it looks, that's not going to work. So whatever veteran is out there, do you go get Josh Dobbs? I think he's going to be a free agent. He's looking like a pretty solid quarterback. I think he'd be a pretty good bridge, given Daniel Jones isn't going to be ready, because you need somebody in there. I don't want to put this rookie in there and ruin him like you did Daniel Jones. So all these Twitter GMs need to think about that when they draft this rookie quarterback. There's going to be pressure on that quarterback to play, especially if you got a shitbag as your starter. You know what I'm saying? So you want to get a guy that's halfway decent, somebody like a Josh Dobbs, somebody like that's decent enough to, allow you a couple of games at least to get your rookie ready. I don't want to put him in a spot that you put Daniel Jones in, because this offensive line ain't fixed, and I don't know where the answers are coming from. Because now if you're talking about taking a quarterback, well, you still need a guard and a tackle. Still need a tackle. Unless you're one of the people that think Evan Neal's going to work out. I'm not one of them. So I say go get a tackle. Go get a tackle. And if you look at the free agent class, it ain't a lot of them out there. It just ain't. It is not a lot of tackles out there. Well says, we need a Ryan Fitzpatrick draft the QB and let him sit for a year. Yeah, I mean, if you could do that in New York, if it would actually work. Stuff like that don't work here, man. It's like, soon as they get said quarterback, gotta put him in there. Especially if you're not winning. That's the key. If you're winning games, the reason why the Packers got away with sitting Jordan Love and Aaron Rodgers for all those years was because they was winning. The reason why Mahomes got to sit behind Alex Smith because the Chiefs were winning. The Chiefs went to the playoffs that year. So, in this division, the Giants aren't competitive, and it doesn't look like they're close because you still got a lot of deficiencies on the roster other than quarterback. You need to win games. You got to figure out a way to win some games. So you really need to think about what you're going to do at right tackle and guard. I think you can get by one of the guard spots with a guy like Pugh or a vet. But if you move Evan Neal to guard, you need a tackle. And if you leave him at tackle, you still need a guard. Either way it go, you need both. So, I don't know, man. To just the line of free agency and later rounds of the draft, but they'll have 2 drafts to get the line right or at least better. Yeah, let's do this. Because one of my one of the things that I always try to do is just do some light research just to peek at what this looks like. So I'm going to show you guys right now where we at. This is the tackles. Like if I could just do O-line, period. Offensive line. Let's do it like that. Now remember, some of these guys are going to be signed by their own teams. So let's do it. Share screen. Bum, 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 bum. All right. So you guys should be able to see that. I can see it on my end. If you can't see it, just let me know in the chat because I don't have a co-host up here. So when I'm on this screen, I won't be able to see. All right. So we got Kelsey. He'll either retire or go back to Philly. Probably the same thing with Tyron Smith. Andrews P. Dwayne Brown. He's struggling. He's old. Kevin Zeitler. I'd take Zeitler back at guard, but you still kind of need a tackle. Jonah Williams. I think he might have signed an extension. I don't know, but just not a lot of great names. Of course, I don't know all the guys on this list, but I'm not seeing anybody that jumps out that is going to come in here and be a surefire answer at tackle for the Giants. We can just do it, just doing the tackles, or we just do tackles. So that's what I think they need either way it go. I don't think Evan Neal's going to work. I mean, any of these guys jump out to you? Let me know. Let me know, because it ain't looking like a great list. Well, it says clear the O-line needs a tune-up, number one priority, but we got to get a half-decent QB in the job. We can't keep relying on the Mike Glennons of the world. Yeah, I'm with you, but the thing of it is when you get that quarterback, what you going to do about the line? That's the only thing. It's like damned if you do, damned if you don't type situation, because once you get that quarterback, it's just going to be pressure on him to play. The good thing about Daniel Jones, well, I mean, I guess it would have been pressure either way, but the good thing about Daniel Jones is you would hope he'd been functional enough to go out there and be a solid quarterback while your rookie develops. But now that Jones is hurt, you're going to have to go and get one of these old vets that really ain't going to, they really not going to be able probably to hold it down, because look at what we're dealing with now. There's nobody out there that can come and play quarterback for the New York Giants right now. and you still paying Jones. That's the thing. So now you're gonna be paying Jones. So you can't really go get like a high-priced quarterback out there like Kirk Cousins or somebody like that. That's not gonna work. Or Kyler Murray or anybody like that. That's not gonna work because you still gotta pay Jones next year. He's on the book. So you're gonna have to cut costs because then you got to pay the rookie if he's a first round draft pick. That's more money on the books for the quarterback. And then you got to go get a vet. So you probably not going to be able to spend that much money on a vet. So you know who they could probably going to be bringing in here? A Tyrod Taylor type or Matt Barkley or one of these guys they got on the roster right now. And that quarterback is not going to make it through one game before these fans and this media is going to be clamoring. And Brian Daboll probably himself is going to be fighting the urge to put that quarterback out there right away. And he's going to have immediate results. They ain't going to wait. You already got a split fan base that don't like the other side for whatever weird reason. So it's just a mess right now, man. It's a mess right now, man. Yeah. If they could sit him, if they had the cojones to do it and just say F the media, yeah, but I know how this stuff works, man. It's going to be one of those things where that quarterback is going to be thrown out there to the fire. He's going to have to sink or swim. Hopefully for us, he can swim. Hopefully things are right and they really start to play offense. Like really play NFL offense and throw the ball a little bit, make some plays out there. If they start to do that, yeah, I agree. We'll be in good shape. But I'm nervous. Because I don't want whatever quarterback they get to go through with they just put Daniel Jones through, because that's rough right there, man. That's rough. This shit isn't gonna be good. I have to be competitive here too. Yeah, I don't know. Because this year is so bad, they're gonna want to see some results next year. Now, the expectation probably won't be as high as it was this year, but you can't go in here and score 11 points, whatever they score in a game, and think the fans is going to be all right with Brian Daboll getting another year. So you need to at least bring that average back up to 500 with whatever you put out there at quarterback, because you can't just stink in New York. Like, people get fired here quickly. So I will say Joe Shane, he can have a bad year. I think he's good money. I don't think they're going to go through that GM coach firing thing again, but Daboll's going to have to show results because it looks this bad this year. That's why I'm saying that. So yeah, they'll get a restart for next year, but they're gonna have to show some improvement, is what I'm saying. We're not asking to go to the playoffs or whatever, but you can't come out here and get steamrolled by the Raiders and teams like that. You can't do that. It's not gonna work. You gotta show some improvement. Man. 4 years. I don't know if he'll get 4 years if the Giants are trash. I think if he at least is showing improvement, I think he'll be good money. But if they go out next year and they can't move the football and the offense looks like this, Brian Daboll's not going to last. I don't care what he did that first year. He ain't going to last, man. If they go out next year with a rookie quarterback and they stink like this, as far as the way the offense looks. Now, they go out there and the offense is putting up points and the defense is just regressing or whatever, then he can flip it back and say, well, give me a new D coordinator. And that'll buy him another year. But these guys have to get results. Remember, Brian Daboll came in here, brought in here to help coach the team, but we also expected results from this offense because remember the offense with Jason Garrett was awful. Now this offense looks worse than that. So I don't know how much of a leash Daboll has. To be honest with you, I know he'll get all of next year for a fact. They're not going to fire him this year or next year. But by the end of next year, if you don't have no results, I can't say this tackle list ain't looking great right here, y'all, for free agents, man. 3 years. He should get 3 years, Wells, but they gotta show something, man. They can't keep going through what we're going through this year. Tudo, what's good? What's good? I salutes and respects to Big Boss NYG22. Bookends are all diehard Giants fans in America. Forget about it. Yeah. Next year's year 3, he'll be back. Yeah, I'm giving him a shot. I'm not in the camp of fire Daboll for sure, but I'm just saying, with a rookie QB, they are going to have to start to show some results at some point, and Mara doesn't want to do that, but a lot of what I've seen since John Mara's been the owner of this New York Giants team, because I go back, to the Wellington days with the Giants. Since he took over as owner, he's very reactional to the fan base and the media. That's why I'm saying what I'm saying. It's not me, it's the owner. It's his behavior and how, you know what I mean? So, yeah, in all logical, they'd be like, yeah, keep him 4 years. Probably what Mara wants to do, but he gets so much heat from this fan base in the media, because he's loyal to a fault at times. And we've seen it again, with Daniel Jones and Saquon Barkley. So, shit. Man, I hope you're all right too, though, man. For real, man. Hope you good, man. What? Yeah, but they're not gonna get rid of him. Yeah, one of a rookie QB. They did that to Jones, wasn't good. Yeah, I know. But this I'm not confident, man. Because John Mara still got his, he's still whatever. People want to argue over, words, semantics, or whatever you call it, but he's meddling. He's still meddling, and if he meddles, he may force Daboll and Shane to do some things they probably don't want to do. But where do the Giants go from here? What now? So we kind of talked about the quarterback situation, but I don't want to spend all day because, we can get exhausting talking about the quarterbacks. But what about this defense? Now, Xavier McKinney has been saying some things in the media, pretty much kind of pointing fingers, I guess. Man, look, I've been saying this about McKinney since last year when they had to choose between him and Julian Love. I said I would take Julian Love. Me and Jeffy T said it on this very show. We both said it. Coach disagreed with us, but a lot of people in the chat disagree with us. But we both said we would take Love over McKinney, and this is why. This guy has talent, but he's not focused on being here with the New York Giants. He's focused on getting paid. I'm good with Xavier McKinney, like, being gone. I'm good with it. I'm not paying that guy. He's not a Giant, in my opinion. He's not a Giant. He's not one of those guys that's going to lay the line down on defense. He's out there making business decisions, taking bad angles, not tackling, and then running his mouth on top of it. I'm good. Get him out of here, man. Get him out of here. The only real reason Judge went was because he said some crazy stuff at the end. Yeah, let's just hope Brian Dable keeps his mouth shut. He should be all right for this season. I agree with you there, Bookends. Those players are good, but they have been trained well and they look confusing, like deer in the headlights. Yeah, yup. Damn sure do, man. McKinney be looking like a deer in the headlights out there sometimes, too, though. I'm good with that guy, man. Jones will come back ready to roll. No Bobby J, no Kafka. We'll see. We'll see. I personally think Daniel Jones is done here. And to be honest, it's probably time. Let's just keep it 100 because it ain't working. We are not winning games. And I'm a real fan. I'm not going to sit up here and just defend people just to defend people. You know, I said last year I thought Darius Slayton should be on this team over David Sills and Alec Bachman. I got roasted for that. My take was actually true because those guys aren't in the NFL right now. Now, this year, Darius Slayton is playing like shit. I'm not going to defend that. He can go too. I think you need to let them all go, to be honest with you, and just start fresh. Get your own players in here. Get your own skilled players in here. You got Wandell. You got Hyatt. Go get your quarterback. Go get you the running back you want. You know, build your line. So let these guys get their players in here. So then there's no excuse. So then you can't say, well, hey, I didn't get to draft my quarterback. That's why we can't win games. Or I'm stuck with Saquon Barkley. That's why I can't win games. That wasn't my guy. I don't want to hear that. No excuses. So let Shane and Dable go get their players. Let them go get their quarterback. Let them go get their whatever running back they want. Let them go get their number one wide receiver. And then let's see what they cook up. It's only fair. Because really, Shane only had one draft. Because most of that first draft, most of that was actually Gettleman and them's guys. This is really only one draft Joe Shane has actually had to build his roster. All these players on here are either free agents from another team that wasn't drafted by the Giants, or they're holdovers from the Gettleman era. You know, because all them scouts and stuff that scouted was from Gettleman for that first draft. That the Thibodeau, Andrew Evan Neal draft. Raphael, what's good? What's good, Rafi? What's up? What's good, man? Well, I said the defense has at least been competent. The offense is terrible. Agree. Definitely agree. Trill says our club is worse than the Giants in America. A bunch of dumb kids out of college and mixing dumb goons out of their couches who can't read or write. But we got two We have great coaches to teach these morons. Yeah. Yeah. Tommy says, Tudo, they sabotage Jones. They know he need max protection, but they choose to scheme and play call like he's Mahomes, air it out. And we suffered, man. Yeah, sad, man. Sad. That's right, man. Y'all hit that like button on the way in. Appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate y'all supporting the show. And tonight, like I said, got a lot to get into. I'm gonna just start it off with the Giants. You know, we're gonna get into basketball. We're gonna get into the Knicks next, Giants. Jets. And oh yeah, I forgot to put the NHL scores. NHL in action right now. Woo! Rangers kicking ass. 5-0 right now into the second period. Let me update the scoreboard for y'all so we can keep an eye on our hockey teams. But throw your questions in the chat. If you got any questions for me about the Giants, we can keep this Giant conversation going for a little bit, and then I'll move on probably within an hour in to the basketball. 2-2, the Islanders and the Wild. All right. Bet that. Says Marijuana Jones, hey, felt bad. The staff wanted him out and all the Jones haters, so they schemed it out to get it. That's what I said, Tommy. Yeah, but they call me a conspiracy theorist and stuff. Like we're crazy. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, I read clues, man. You know, nobody's gonna no NFL team's gonna come out and say we're tanking. No. Come on now. You see how much trouble the Dolphins got? They're not gonna say it. You know what I'm saying? Gotta run the show. Winners always win, losers always lose. Yeah. Got that too, though. What's good, Vinny? What's good, man? Appreciate you coming through, man. Appreciate you stopping by, man. No doubt, man. Appreciate that, Raphael. Definitely, man. Go sub up to Raphael, our resident Raiders fan. Raphael got the win. Giants got the L, but you know, I'm sure the Raiders will turn back into the Raiders next week. Studo says, Tommy, I used to be DJ's advocate and defend him, but after he fell on his ass on the pitch, non-contact season in the injury, I said, F all that. Time to move on, mate. Yeah, man, it is time to move on. Get your crew, I'll get mine. Beat up them fake boys next week on the field. I really think we would be better for real. I can throw, bro. Well, they need somebody out there because like they got what's this? Jacob Eason, Josh Eason, or whoever this is. This is sad, man. You don't even know the name of the dang quarterback. I don't know who they about to put out there quarterback. I don't know if it's gonna be Tommy DeVito. I don't know if they're gonna go back with. I mean, they're gonna try Matt Barkley out there. Somebody said Barkley at quarterback. I thought they were talking about Saquon Barkley for real. That's how bad it is out here in these streets, man. From the New York Giants. That's real. I knew Matt Barkley was on the roster, and I know who Matt Barkley is, but I was like, it was like, you're gonna try Barkley at quarterback? I'm like, might as well. He played quarterback for us last year. They were like, what was you talking about? I was like, yeah, remember the Wildcat game where they had to do, oh no, Matt Barkley. Oh, okay. Shit. Might as well put Saquon Barkley out there. He doing everything else, right? They say he's the entire offense right now, which is looking like he probably is. So Saquon can't catch a break, man. Still, man, being a good sport about it. But shout out to Saquon Barkley, man. Definitely hope it works out, man. There's some optimism that they want to keep Saquon around, whether they keep him on a tag or they sign like a little 2 or 3 year deal. It's possible. We'll see, but McKinney can go. Got to get an edge rusher. Ojulari. Told you about that guy too. Not healthy. Just can't stay on the field. You need somebody besides Kayvon Thibodeau and Dexter Lawrence that can get to the quarterback. You got rid of Leonard Williams, so now what? Jordan Rowley has to play at some point. You got to see what you got in DJ Davison, Ashawn Robinson, and Nacho Roches or Roches Nachos, whatever his name is. It ain't the answer long term. So you need to get somebody on this other side of Thibodeau, and you need to get somebody that can play next to Dexter Lawrence. Right. Might as well. Might as well. It's like that, man. It is. It is, man. Man, definitely, man. Definitely, man. Appreciate that, Vinny. Appreciate y'all, man, in the chat, man. Thank each and every one of y'all for stopping by, man, chopping it up with me. Tommy says we can't blame Jones. Mara didn't make. They will run the Giants smash mouth football, though. Barkley, they will allow all the terrible play calls, and they are to blame. They have control. Yeah, exactly. That's what I said. I put that out on Twitter. I said it's funny nobody's blaming Mara or Shane or any of these people. For some reason, people always start at the bottom. Look, the NFL is an organization. It's a business. For whatever reason, people always start like with the little guy. You got to start when there's a problem in the organization. Think about it. The Giants have been like this for years, despite having different coaches, different quarterbacks, and they still can't seem to get right. So isn't that an indication that there's something wrong with the actual business, the actual organization, and not the employees and the people that are running the organization? Now, I think Joe Shane has done a great job, but I have the suspicion that Daniel Jones situation was kind of put on him. He probably signed off on it, saying, all right, we think we can work with this guy. Brian Dable's figuring out he can't run what Tommy was saying, the smash mouth football. They figured out that style. They're not going to let it go down. Teams have kind of figured them out. So they changed the style. They did change the style because they don't want to play that style. That's why I said, let them go get their guy. They don't want to play the style that's going to win games with Jones and Barkley, even though they signed him. That's why it makes me think that situation was kind of, hey, try it. See if it works. You make it a 2-year deal primarily. And if it don't work out in one, we use him as a bridge to get the next quarterback. That was the plan. And from the jump, that's what I think. But I'm Unpopular Opinion Sports. Y'all hit that like button. Oh, man. Who we getting out for playing Barkley and building schemes around him? Yeah, they don't want to build around a running back. What you're saying, Tommy, you're exactly right. From a scheme standpoint, that's how they should be playing football. But they don't want to build their scheme around a running back. They want to build it around a quarterback that can play like a Josh Allen type of style of quarterback. Daniel Jones ain't that. He's not going to never be that. He's a pocket passer who needs structure around him. He's not good at making things happen necessarily when the plays break down. He's the type of quarterback that's like, okay, you're going to go here, here, or here. Or maybe it's just, hey, you're going to go here and here. And then when the play breaks down, dip. So it's not a knock on Jones. It's just a different quarterback with a different skill set. That's it, man. It's about the skill set and the system that a quarterback that you running. Brian Dable and them won't do good with a quarterback. And I'm gonna give y'all an example of a quarterback coming out of college. Shout out to my brother Big Pat, keeping me up to school with these college quarterbacks because I haven't had time to really get into the film room yet. Been focused on the Giants and going up to MetLife and all that. But I've been peeking here and there. Michael Penix Jr. is not a quarterback that Brian Dable and them would want on the Giants. They're not going to draft that guy. He got a strong rocket arm, whatever, good thrower. What I seen, not mobile. He's not going to be one to run around when the play break down like a Josh Allen or Patty Mahomes or somebody like that. That's the kind of quarterback they want. Got to have some size, pause. So I don't know if Caleb Williams is that guy. So you're probably looking at somebody like a Drake May. Or a, what's the other cat's name? Or Bo Nix. Probably looking at one of them types. Because they have those intangibles to work when the play break down, but they also have the size, pause that you're looking for in an NFL quarterback. So Miz makes a good point too. Playing in MetLife, you want a quarterback with an arm. You can't have no noodle arm playing out here. Only quarterback I seen get away with that was Chad Pennington for the Jets, playing in MetLife with a not great arm strength. Let me get back to the chat. Says Johnson, the solid veteran, free agent right tackle before they even draft or sign a QB. Let's get the pieces in order. That's what I said too, though. But the thing is, I brought it up earlier. It ain't many options out there for the free agents for right tackle. That's the problem. And NFL teams ain't into trading away tackles. It don't happen too often here and there, but it's extraordinary circumstances. Well, says Evan Neal a bust? In my opinion, yes, he is a bust. Well, not a complete, but he's a bust at tackle. They can move him in the guard and salvage, if he turns into a good to a average to above average guard, would it ever be worth the pick? Probably not. But doesn't mean he has to be a complete bust where, he's out of the league in a year or two. I don't feel like that's the case. I just think he needs a change in position. So kind of my take on that, but it was the highest grade left guard. Let's go out of college. It's coach's fault. I know how to get them ready for the positions with correct technique. Yeah. Bobby Johnson's gonna be gone. He'll be out of here. So we'll see if this next O-line coach can work out the thing with the O-line. Yeah, man. Definitely, man. Appreciate that, Vinny. Let's get them likes up. I'm trying to build this channel, man, so I can get monetized hopefully one day, and then I'll be able to do some more creative things with this podcast here, because time is money. Money is time, and I ain't getting paid for it right now. But I love this stuff, man. I love coming on every Tuesday, man, chopping it up with everybody, and also just talking sports, man. It's like being in a barbershop, just talking sports with the fellas, chopping it up. It's fun, man. So you don't need to. Yeah, right. Yeah. Yeah. He's a young DJ with the same injuries. Yeah. We can't. You need somebody. I will say that you're gonna have to have somebody that. So I mean, maybe Caleb Williams is the guy, because you're gonna need to be able to move around because this line ain't going. This line. You better be used to working around a bad offensive line, especially if you put Neil out there, boy. Yeah, quarterback gonna have to have some wheels. He gonna have to have some agility. You know, Daniel Jones is fast, but I don't think Daniel Jones necessarily had great agility. You know, like just juking people out and nothing like that. Not really going to do that with Daniel Jones. It's more straight line speed. With this line, you better have both. You better look like Vic out there. For real. Is there a Michael Vick in the draft? That's what we need. Strong arm for MetLife, check. Can work around a bad offensive line, check. Knows how to run, is fast, check. That's what we need. And seriously, man. Giants are a mess right now. People saying lose out the season. I'm not a loser guy. So, I still want to see this team win games. It helps the confidence of the players in the locker room. Damn the pick. Regardless of the pick that you get, if you need to trade up, trade up. Fuck it. But don't just the tanking, it's got to stop, man. I don't like it. I know that's what they're doing, and I'm telling you that's what they're doing, but I'm not telling you I agree with it. That's a philosophy that I agree with. I don't. I want to see this team win games. So I'm not with the tanking, but it looks like that's the route they're going. So we'll be giving you some draft stuff here in the next few weeks, because that's where we're at. It's no real reason to talk about the games anymore because they ain't trying to win them. And they're pretty much been telling you that all season, and people just now starting to listen. Yeah. It's bad out here. And I'm about to get to the other New York football team. Says I'm not so high with Caleb either. He single-handedly lost 3 games in a row. All his fault trying to be cute and creative. We say F that. Forget about it. Yeah. Problem with Caleb Williams, man. Him being emotional like that ain't gonna work in New York. Nobody's blaming him for having passion and being emotional about playing football. You want that in a player, but when you're the quarterback of the Giants, you got to know how to keep your cool. Any football team, really, but especially here because of this media and the way they chew people up and ruin careers. So problem is you can't win games with a guy like that, but you never win if you don't get the line. But right bookends, yeah. You can win, and if they get Caleb Williams, I will be excited. Look, man, the kid's got talent. That dude can play. Watch some of his games. And I can't wait to get in the film room with Pat and Coach and really break it down. But he's a talented quarterback. I will be excited if Caleb Williams came to the New York Giants. But I will be afraid if they don't have 5 guys in front of him that can block. And even if you think that, hey, he can run around and escape, you got edge rushers that are faster than Caleb Williams. They will catch him and put him on his you-know-what. And he's going to be over there looking like Tyrod Taylor. Because that's about his stature. So I don't know if that's a good move, but I'm a Giants fan. Whoever they bring in, I'm going to root for that guy. Tommy DeVito, let's go. Maybe, who knows? Not expecting that, but fuck it. What we got here? But it's written on the he can't even pass gas. Yeah. I know that's what they trying to do, man. You know what I'm saying? Think about this, y'all. The Rams went out and got Carson Wentz. Why ain't the Giants try to go get a Carson Wentz? Why? Because Wentz might win them a game or two. Who knows? Carson Wentz ain't great. He stinks, but he's a veteran. He might win them a game or two. So they went out and got Jacob Eason. Because goddamn no, well, sure, he ain't winning you shit. It'd be Giants football, right? Bookends. We too used to this, man. I hate it, man. I hate it. We got 1 year. Got a 1 year breather of draft in November, and then right back to the regularly scheduled program. This shit is sad, man. This shit is fucking sad. Oh man. Yeah, he's not only one. Yeah. Yo, Miz, what's good? What's good, Miz? I seen your video earlier, man. Good stuff, man. Good stuff, man. Good video, man. Go check out Miz in the midday. Good content over there. Big Blue Crew, man. Yeah, that's what they're gonna do, Miz. Like I said, they could have went out and got a Carson Wentz or somebody like that, you know, paid a little bit extra probably. Get Eason. Brian Dable, go give me this Eason kid, because we know good and well we ain't winning with that guy. Let's make sure they are telling you by their actions that people just ain't picking up with it. I think Miz is starting to get what I'm saying now. You know what I'm saying? Because that's exactly what they're going to do. They're going to leave DeVito in there. Have we heard anybody come out and say that Tommy DeVito ain't starting? He's starting the next game and probably the ones from here on out. So, yeah, everybody's going to get their wish, and they'll probably have the first or second pick in the draft. For real. Arizona bringing back Kyler Murray. They going to stumble on some victories. So Giants will be losing this one out. They might beat Washington. For whatever reason, they tend to play when they play them. But outside of that, I don't give them a chance in any game. Not against the Packers, nope. Not against the Rams, nope. Damn shame beating the Eagles. Hate to say it, but the Cowboys about to smoke you. And that's a division game too. You know there's no holds barred out there. So the whole Tommy DeVito got his uncles and his cousins and stuff out there, man, to protect him. Because the Giants O-line ain't gonna go protect him. He say he from the area, you're gonna get your cousins and your uncles and your grandmothers and whatever. Protect that man, because they goddamn Dallas boy. Me lunch meat out there. Woof. That's gonna be ugly. They're gonna run Saquon into the ground, because that's all they've been wanting to do is just run the football like that. Like that's gonna work, Ryan. They were like, yeah, let's just keep running the football with Saquon Barkley. Let's get him all banged up and injured. So, like, I don't understand these guys, man. Yeah, man, no doubt, man. No doubt, Miz. Miz has some good stuff over there, man. Yeah, definitely, man. But yeah, Tommy D, man. Poor fella. Picked a bad time to make his NFL debut. Oof. And they're gonna have to shut Andrew Thomas down. Yeah, Miz, you just put in the chat. They're gonna have to shut down Andrew Thomas. I don't think they're gonna shut Saquon down. And Saquon probably doesn't want that because he probably wants to prove to people that he's one of the best running backs in the league, and he's still trying to get paid, whether it's from the Giants or somebody else. So he's gonna want to play, barring injury. I don't see them doing that to Saquon. He has incentives and shit he can hit, so they ain't gonna do that to that man. But Dex, he ain't going on the shelf either. He just got a boatload of money. He's got to play. But Andrew Thomas, yes, because that man is legitimately hurt, and he is your best player on offense. He is your franchise right now. Damn the quarterback. That's your franchise. Put that man on the shelf. Please. Let's not get him hurt where he's going to be all messed up for the rest of his career. Vinny shot to throw 50 yards plus. They would say he's got an arm on the practice squad. Yeah. Dan Lawrence Hansen's ladder for his top 3 quarterbacks, May, Caleb, and the Michigan QB. I'll throw Bo Nix up there. He looks good, strong. Yeah. There's a lot of buzz around Bo Nix. Michigan. JJ McCarthy. I've been hearing his name too. So they got a good, if they get the right guy that fits whatever they're trying to do and actually put a team around him, it's a good chance they'll hit on this one. I really feel like they will. Joe Shane is proven he's a really good scout. So hasn't had a chance to take the quarterback quite yet. That was Brandon Beane that drafted Josh Allen over there, but I know he's seen what type of quarterback he's looking for. And him and Dable are aligned. So we do have that going for us. But they're going to have to take one. I agree. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Other people can say what they say. Jones coming back. He going to make a comeback. I'm not buying none of that shit. Not over here. Not on Unpopular Opinion Sports. I'm unpopular, but not that damn unpopular. I ain't crazy. These guys need a quarterback. Facts, man. Yeah, no doubt, man. Well, it says Dallas ran DeMarco Murray to the ground with a half decent O-line. We're running Barker to the ground with a dog shit O-line. Right. Literally, man, like running that guy into the ground. Get that man a break. Yeah, Vinny. Since he had the ATV accident, he hasn't been the same. And it's like he doesn't want to be here because the way he's just acting and talking. And I mean, I get the team is not good, but you can go to a worse team than the Giants. I know that's hard to say right now, but you could actually go to a worse situation. So a lot of times when these players say things, and it's the media, a lot of these young players, they can't really handle this media attention. When this team is bad, it's bad here. And I can only imagine, these players nowadays are more sensitive to criticism. That's just a fact. It's not calling nobody soft or anything like that. They're just more sensitive to criticism because it's in their face. Back in the day, if you didn't cut the TV on or read the newspaper, somebody had to come tell you something. Or call you on the phone. Now it's all over you. Every bar you go into, every restaurant, ESPN is on the TV. It's on your phone. It's all around us, man. So they are more sensitive to criticism. So it definitely takes strong-minded people to play here in New York, especially when the team is bad. And that's what you have to give Daniel Jones, Saquon Barkley, guys like Darius Slayton, Dexter Lawrence, Andrew Thomas. You got to give those guys credit, man, for holding it down. But I say get some dogs in here. Get somebody with a little bit of attitude. But they just got to play football, man. We need football players. The choir boy crap, cut it. Give me some cats that want to play football that's going to line up and smack somebody in the mouth. Yeah, he wants to be gone. You know what I'm saying? He can go, and he can go. Crew will be back later. My slot is Tuesdays, so we get Heart of the City Tuesday. Big Blue Crew Lounge will be Wednesday. Thursday night football, Friday, Saturday, leather to the face. You know the routine, but they'll be on tomorrow. Link is in the chat, Miz. If you want to join the show, it's in the Big Blue. You got to go to the Big Blue Crew chat. I'm not gonna put the link in this chat because I'm now people are getting these weirdos trying to come on and ruin my show now. So hitting the links and you know what I'm saying. So because they mad because of my unpopular opinions. So I'm gonna read a couple comments, man. But you're more than welcome to join me, Miz, if you ain't busy. And use LSU ain't bad. Yeah, I haven't heard much about Daniels. I heard he's getting some buzz too. You know, I don't think they will go second round quarterback though. That's something I just can't. The more I'm thinking about it, I can't see them doing that. And I know we was talking about Marvin Harrison Jr. I don't know. Unless they do some type of trade with Saquon or somebody like that and get another second round pick somehow or whatever, you know, package their second round picks and maybe a Saquon Barkley to move up and get 2 picks in the first round, maybe. But 9 times out of 10, if they picking 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5, they're taking a QB. Picking his nose. Oh man. Penix, yeah. Jones will come back as a mentor. And I think he would do that. I think Daniel Jones would be a good sport. Come back, help teach the kid the ropes. So I could agree with that. He's gonna be back anyway because they own money. End of the day, the team back at jersey. Team Wolf was on the front of the jersey. Right. Right. And that's all I've been saying, man. You know, not really I don't really do the fandom thing like that. You know, I mean it's players I like, you know, players that, you know, I buy jerseys. I got Saquon's jersey, Odell Beckham Jr., you know, but if they not here, I'm still gonna be a Giants fan. You know what I'm saying? That's how we was brought up in the old school era. It's crazy me saying that now. I remember when I was saying, um, when I was a young guy talking about, you know, and they would tell me, "Oh, you're just a young buck. You don't know nothing." Now I'm in the position. It's weird. It's weird how time, you know, pass you by sometimes. Man. So the last 2 years, you probably should stay one more. Oh, I think you're talking about Daniels. Okay. Try to build a spaceship with hammer and nails. Yeah. Yeah. I don't think they're that far off, but they need some help in some key positions. Edge, quarterback now, and wide receiver. Key positions. You know, we're not like hunting for a safety here. You know, I'm good with Penix and whoever they put next to him out there, whether it's the kid Javarius Owens or they go get somebody in the draft. I'm good with that. That's not you can get by with. But these key positions, quarterback, tackle, wide receiver, and edge rusher, yeah, they lack. Corners, I think we got a couple few good ones. You know, Jerome Henderson back there, man, he gonna coach them boys up, but um, gonna need some help, man. Yeah. Go to the chat, man. I don't know if you in that chat, Miz, the Big Blue Crew Entertainment chat on Twitter. You go to that chat, or I can send it to you. I'll send it to your I'll send it to you DM to your DM right now on Twitter. So there you go. Get it if you wanna join. Um, Yeah, I sent it to you to your regular Twitter, like your chat. Um, yeah. Um yeah, if he puts in the work, man, right. You just gotta put in the work. Gotta put in the work, man. Exactly. But spend a few minutes touching on the Jets. Here comes the Miz.
What's up, NYG?
What's good with you?
I
What's
don't,
good with you?
I don't think you can see me. I was watching a movie with my fiance, so
Oh nah, you good. You good, bro. Appreciate you joining the show. Um,
what's going on, brother?
Not much. Before I switch topics, because I'm gonna get into the Jets here in a little bit, I'll let you go ahead and say your spill on the Giants. I know you had a lot to say in that video,
Yeah,
midday Miz, but just how you feeling about everything, man? I know it's some nasty stuff on Twitter, people celebrating Daniel Jones' injury and stuff like that. It's just
uh,
disgusting, man. These Giants fans have stooped to a new low, in my opinion.
yeah. Some guy tried to take a shot at me. Said, "How come every time?" I don't even know what he said. Oh, how come every time we talk about how bad Jones is, people like you bring up that people wanted Haskins and Willis? I said, for the same reason that you don't like Jones. you know.
Uh,
Oh, he brought race into it because he says, "Why do you always bring up like African American quarterbacks?" I said, "For the same reason that you don't like Jones because he's a white boy." But not to get into all that. But
he ain't good. He ain't good.
yeah,
Malik
uh,
Willis ain't good. Atkins, God rest his soul, he wasn't getting it done, from an NFL standpoint, quarterback standpoint.
guys weren't NFL quarterbacks. That's what I'm
So
trying to say.
it's not that, man. I mean, some of the better quarterbacks in this league are of color. Look at Mahomes. Look at Hurts.
Hurts. Yep.
So
Stroud.
Lamar
Stroud
Jackson,
looks good.
yeah,
Stroud.
Stroud, yeah. So I mean,
Tua.
people just right. People just talk shit, man.
It's just stupid, man. Because people hate Jones. People have hated Jones even when he was good, real good last year for all the wrong reasons. But people hated that he made a playoff run last year. We all know this. They weren't happy with it. They wanted to see him fail. Those same people are happy right now. I don't know how you
Mm,
could be happy about a man tearing up his knee, but
that's crazy.
but I do agree. It's definitely time to draft a young quarterback this coming draft. It happens to be a very talented quarterback class. So I mean, I'm not trying to put sugar on that the Giants are terrible this year, but it might be a blessing in disguise at the end of the year. We'll see. Definitely got to draft a quarterback this year. Definitely time to move on from Jones. I mean, he'll be back next year because he's got one more year on the contract, but there's a couple of young studs in this draft, and we're going to be right up there, so I don't see how we're not taking one.
Yeah, I agree. Is yeah, well, it's different generation, man. I mean, people just off they rocker, man, right now, man.
But
But
I'm like you, man. Anybody who puts the Giants jersey on, we're going to root for him. But Um, getting a young franchise quarterback sometimes might be the only thing that might be the biggest thing to light a fire on this organization and turn things around because I don't know, the Giants seem to be stuck in a dark place right now. It's been like that for a
mm,
long time. So
yeah, I will say this. I'm gonna get the Vinny's comment. Put Jalen Hurts on the Giants for the last 5 years. I'm not defending DJ anymore, but come on, right? You probably nobody would succeed in this situation. You know, it's it. You know, but I will say this. You're right, Miss. Sometimes just fresh blood, fresh energy can propel players or other players in that locker room to step it up a little bit better. It seemed like they were playing harder with more passion when Tyrod was out there for whatever reason. So maybe there's something with when some people lead in different ways. Some people boisterous in the locker room, rah rah guys. Some people just go out there and just get it done on the field. Eli, a lot of our quarterbacks, they just went out there and got it done on the field. I think sometimes you have a mix of players where you need a quarterback to be a little more boisterous, to play with a little more energy, to play with a little more swag, as they say. And maybe that was it. I'm just spitballing. I'm not saying that's the case or that's not the case. But they did seem to have a little bit more juice when Tyrod Taylor was out there quarterback. So maybe if they get a young kid, maybe you'll start seeing these guys finally make some damn plays because you know what I mean? It seems like they be dogging it out there a lot of
I'm gonna be
times.
real, NYG. The receivers we have suck, bro. I mean, take away Wandell and Hyatt because they're both young kids and they have potential to be really good. All these other receivers, man, I'm good with all of them being gone. No Hodgins, Slayton. I'm tired. I'm tired of holding on to these names because sentimental value like Shepard. Yo, it's time to move on from the old and
Mm-hmm.
age completely. Enough with this, he's a good guy in the locker room. Yo, that shit is not doing nothing for us, man. We're gonna win 3 games this year.
Mm-hmm. Right.
You know what I mean? Like, yo, that's a problem this organization does have. Mara's a little too loyal. Like, you kept Eli way too long. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? You kept Eli too long, and it's been that's part of the domino of why we've been bad all these years. You keep these receivers too long. Like, oh, Shepard's a good guy. He's been here so long. We got to keep him. He's a good mentor for the
I
kids.
was saying
Come
cut
on,
him, but I was getting all the heat. Mr. O unpopular over here. You know, I said on this very show that the Giants should move on from Sterling Shepard. Now look, this guy's not even on the field. And when he did have opportunity to get on the field, then I understand. Shep's cooked. He's cooked.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just got to let the player go. Look, we love you, but you're cooked. You're done. As a Giant, if you want to go resume your career elsewhere, cool. If not, we'll keep you on and you can take some role in the organization as a coach or something or a scout. That's easy to say. Instead of, like you said, forcing it, man. Bringing them back for what? What does you have? You got 1,000 slot receivers. What was Shepard gonna offer you this year? I don't care if he's not making that much money. Like, what was he gonna offer you? And okay, so now you try to find a role for him on the team because you desperate and you put him out there punt returning and look, he ain't getting no snaps on any return. And look how bad this team is and diving for a spark. You think if Shepard had some juice, he wouldn't be out there? So would you bring him back? Like, come on, man.
Yeah, come on. And you put him out, like I said in my video, like what, 2 weeks ago? I don't know. I mean, you put Shepard at punt return, like, oh, yo, you're putting him out there, like giving him a bone. Like he's got to be embarrassed. Like you got me going out there to punt return, and and wave my arm and not even try to return it, like
The
and jog off the
most
field to a couple of cheers. I mean, it's embarrassing.
think about it. Punt return. Think about what Shepard's problem is.
Yeah,
Injuries, right?
torn
That
knees, torn
punt
knees, bro.
return is the worst thing you could most get injured on, damn near,
Yep.
on a punt return.
Yeah, it makes no sense.
It doesn't, man.
This guy tore
Because
his knee, what, 3 times? And you have him going out there to punt return. I mean, come on. Then you want to know why he fumbled. Dude, I would fumble one too, man, because I would be scared that I'm
you
going to
don't
tear.
want to get right. Another knee? That
Yeah,
man need to walk and raise his children.
yeah, don't get me
They've
wrong.
handed
He's been here a long time. He's a good guy. He's a great guy. He's a good person. He's a leader. But, man, if we keep on doing this, listen, these guys deserve to go draft their own quarterback. It's the truth. I'm sorry. I mean, we've stuck by Jones, and we're going into year 6 next year, and we still don't know what Jones is. We don't. And now he has a torn knee. And
We
then
know what he is at this point. He's not
yeah,
going to be a giant.
yeah,
that's
he's
that's
not.
really where it's coming down to. And the other thing we know about Daniel Jones, unfortunately, he can't survive a massacre, which is the New York Giants offensive line. So and they somebody said it perfect, man. They RG3 this guy. Remember RG3 went out
Yeah.
there on the torn ACL
In the
playoff game?
in the playoff
Same
game, right?
same shit happened to Daniel Jones.
I
He'll
remember
never be the same.
play, low snap. He had to bend down to pick,
Mm-hmm.
and his knee just completely collapsed.
Yep. Same shit.
And his career was over right on that injury.
Yep. And this is it for DJ, unfortunately. He'll come, he'll the competitor he is, I know the kid will work his way back and recover and get back on the field. But he ain't gonna be the same. He ain't gonna be able to do all that RPO shit no more. And that's most of what makes Daniel Jones. So you really did ruin this guy's career. He's gonna be turned into a straight drop back passer that's gonna have to start processing faster because he ain't gonna be able to use his legs like that no more.
Well, it's not gonna work if you don't
See what I'm saying?
get a couple more pieces on the O line.
Yeah, but the Giants ain't gonna build no perfect O line.
I don't think the O line is as far off as people think. I think that it had injuries
I don't either.
weeks.
Mm.
But if you move Neal to guard and you go get another tackle, maybe you can find a veteran free agent out there, like a real O lineman, not some backup. You know what I'm talking about? And then you draft another guard. I think, the O line's not that far off. Maybe Neal is a guard and not a tackle. So, you could do that. And, but I don't know if, I mean, you definitely drafting one of these QBs. There's no way we're picking top 5 and not taking one of these young quarterbacks. That's just franchise malpractice. You know what I mean? Like you don't do that because this class of QBs doesn't come around often. I mean, it's projected the most valuable quarterback draft in 15 years. So it just so happens that we'll be right there for one. So that's what I mean when I say lose out the season. It's a blessing in disguise. You know what I mean? And let's be honest, like you were saying last week, there's no way Shane and Dabo haven't gotten together in a dark, quiet room and already have agreed on this.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Put this DeVito out there. Maybe we win one game the rest of the way. You can't afford to win more than that. Why do you think Shane's at all these games scouting the quarterbacks now? Come on, put it all together.
Mm-hmm. Right. And I'm with it because they have a right to get their guy. Soon as that happens, though, now you're on the clock. Now you have to start producing results.
Right.
It's not going to be this wait and see shit.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying?
So they draft the QB. What do you give them? What do they get? 2? How many years you give? 2, 3 years. What do you have to see in the first 2 years? Like what? In order for them to.
You have to see this offense. I believe in year 1 needs to look functional. And then in year 2, you want to take that next step as a team. This year coming up, they're not going to win many games. We already know that. They're in a rebuild now. So going into next year, you get your quarterback. Start your bridge a couple games. Probably put them in midway through the season or whatever, and you got to start putting up some points. You can't be last in the league in scoring, and you're supposed to be an offensive coach. No, you have to put up some points. That's where they need to get to. They need to get to an average offense by next year, and then you could talk about starting to build a real championship team. But right now, you just got to get back to the baseline, bro. That's it. You can't have another season like this next year. You can't. I don't care what good faith Ryan Day wouldn't build up. You can't have another season like this.
No.
What's good, Lou?
What's up, Lou?
What's up, Miz?
You see the one thing though. This is the thing, man, and all of us are in the same boat. Last year was fun,
No,
right? It was a surprise, and we had a fun year, right? But look, it set us. It's basically set us back another year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I
You
mean,
know,
we
so
we right back in the same boat we was in when they let Judge and all of them go. Right
we
back in the same
we
boat.
in the worst boat. We in the
Yeah,
worst
that can be argued. Yeah,
because now we have no O line still and no quarterback.
yeah,
but
But
it's
Luke,
rough.
hey, all these retarded ass cheerleaders got what they wanted. I
you
hope
know,
I hope they keep that same energy for the next 2 seasons when we getting our ass handed us all over the field because they wanted to get rid of the quarterback and blow it all up. So I hope they keep that same applause and that same cheer when whoever we draft is getting tore up back there because we can't block.
So I'm gonna do this because
What up, Vinny?
we gotta show I gotta show you guys something here because
Oh, you show me
there's
nothing, sir. I don't care
there's
about
there's no there's no quarterback. I mean, there's no old lineman coming in here next year, guys, to save this squad.
nope.
So this is the um free agent from Spot Track. So we're gonna go offensive line updates 2024 free agents. So show me the guy y'all want to go get to come in here and play tackle for the New York Giants. Kelsey's a center and he's probably gonna retire. Tyron Smith, he'll probably go back to Dallas. Pete, guard. Dwayne Brown, he stinks and he's old. Trenton Brown ain't no good either. Jonah Williams, I think he re-signed with Cincinnati. I mean, who y'all going to go get? George Fant?
you have to use a draft, man. We have 2 picks in the second round. You're gonna have to use them both on O linemen.
That's what I'm saying. So if you taking a quarterback,
Or
if
I
you,
know you're not gonna like this, or you continue to develop Evan Neal in the offseason.
That's fine. You continue to develop him. Listen, nobody's saying get rid of the guy. But if you develop him all offseason and he still can't block worth a damn, then he's not the solution next year. Because he's gonna be riding the pine.
Well, I would. This is what I would do. I don't know. They're not gonna do it, but because it might actually help them win a game or two, and maybe at this point you don't want to do that. But you put him in guard right now in the second half of the year, you find out what he is over there.
We should have been did that. Instead
yeah.
of putting him back in that tackle last week, we should have moved his ass to guard and kept whoever was playing tackle at tackle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
so
the
you
line
might
can
he
get to
might be right.
average.
They might have finally come to terms with let's not win more than one more game because let me tell you something, man. And I'm not one of those guys. We're old school. We don't want to like throw games on purpose and all this bullshit that you hear about tank. But yo, if the Giants win 3 more games, we're gonna be in nowhere land again, and we're gonna suck for a lot more years.
Well, I mean, even if we get the first pick and we get the best quarterback available in that first pick, right? Whoever the best top quarterback is, whether you think it's Drake May, Caleb Williams, whatever. Say we get the number one pick. We lose the rest of the damn games. We get the number one pick. Even if you get the quarterback you want and your next 2 picks are linemen, there's no guarantee that them linemen are going to be any better than the last 2 linemen these guys drafted. And then even if they are, you still got to give them time to gel. And then even after they gel, you still got the quarterback rookie learning curve. So even if we get all the picks right in this draft, we still looking at 2 to 3 more years of sucking.
I
Yeah.
I don't necessarily agree with that. Teams do turn it around quick, and the Giants do have some foundational pieces, but they do have to hit on these picks. They have to hit on these
I'm
picks.
the guy who was still screaming 11-6 up until 4:30 on Sunday. And if I'm sitting here telling you we're gonna suck for the next 2 years, then you might as well go ahead and put your paycheck on that shit.
Yeah,
look, but if you do get a QB that turns out to be a big time franchise quarterback, you're starting to look at a very bright future.
Yeah, but if they can't block for him and get him hurt, then we still
No,
stuck in the
well,
same
the O-line
spot.
got to come together at some point. Obviously,
yeah,
nothing's
you
gonna.
got to hit on the picks, obviously. But if they hit on this next draft or two, they'll be fine. They'll be fine. Got
I
to
don't.
get that quarterback
I don't think
situation
they're
right,
that
though.
far off,
Got
man.
to.
They're
Got to
really
get
not
that
that
QB
far off on
situation
the
right.
O-line. One or two pieces, you could get it in the draft. Some of these guys have been here now. I mean, listen, I'm hoping. We hope Evan Neal can grow, even if it's at guard, because that could be huge. You know, I don't think it's that bad. The injuries killed the line this year. I'm
You
not
got
saying.
Thomas. You got JMS.
Yeah.
You can bring in Pugh as a guard, as a
You got
veteran
to,
presence.
definitely.
Yeah, and then you just got to figure out the right side. Got to figure out that right side. So we'll see. Vinny says just stand and guard burger guy. He's a monster.
By the way, this is a deep O-line draft, so you could real good foundation in the second round.
Well, they have the 2 second-round picks. So here's a theory. How about take your QB? You're gonna have to take that first. Let's be honest, and then move in with the second pick, move back into the first round and try to get a tackle.
Yeah, if there's a real
Why
yeah,
is he gotta be a first round tackle? Evan Neal is a first round tackle. That's been a bang up damn job.
He doesn't have to be Lou. I'm just saying if there's one,
Our-
if there's a
our
guy
last-
there that you want to get, you don't want to take a risk by letting him fall.
Our last good tackle aside from Andrew Thomas was, I think, a 4th round pick.
When was our last?
That's what I'm saying. Outside of
I
Andrew
can't even
Thomas,
remember. It's been that long.
our last good tackle was a 4th round pick.
Somebody in the chat, who was the last Giants good tackle outside of Andrew Thomas? I'm drawing a blank, bro. It's been that long. I can't fucking think past David Dill and Kareem McKenzie. Bro, that's how I can't vision anybody else.
Beatty? No,
Beatty was a what?
but he converted to tackle when needed to, but he was a guard.
Yeah. He was decent for like a year or two.
Yeah.
no, we
He
haven't.
was a stopgap lineman.
Stop.
No, you have to go back to those years. You said it. Deal. That was the last time we had a real.
Right.
Deal. Yeah.
David Dill.
When was he?
That's
05,
crazy.
07, around those years.
Wigan says in 2025 we could be competitive. We'll see. Look, man. Like I said, they need to figure out ways to score the football. We look allergic to the end zone right now, and that's not good, man. If you got a guy in here that's supposed to be an offensive guru, and you trusting this guy to develop a quarterback, so Dable, you better hope my theory is right, because if Dable really stinks at his job, they're gonna fuck this up with this next quarterback.
Dable,
They're really thinking he's
quarterback. So
yeah, he's faking it, and he's gonna turn up the Jets, not the New York Jets, but he gonna turn it up when he get his quarterback. You gotta hope I'm right.
Didn't Chris Snee marry Tom Coughlin's daughter?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep.
by the way, if you could get the O line to play well next year, get gel in the summer and come together as the year goes on, and most of all stay healthy, you're not necessarily automatically be bad because you have a rookie quarterback. Because take a look at the Texans this year.
No, you can win with a rookie quarterback, but you got to have a decent O line. We have
look. If the Giants, average 20 points a game, we're probably 7-2 on the season. So the bar is really low, bro. They just need to get to average.
Yeah, but that bar doesn't necessarily mean it'll be really low next year, because if everybody else in the NFC hits on their draft picks, then the bar ain't gonna be that low no more. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of players coming to the league every year. And
That's
for
true.
some reason, we seem to not get the good ones.
Well, I
Or we
mean,
can't coach them up once we get them.
that's the thing. We can't coach him up. We got
So
talent.
get rid of these fucking coaches. I'm sorry if he's your buddy and you eat dinner with him and you don't want to hurt his feelings. Fuck him. If he can't get you the damn results that you need to put W's in that win column, get rid of his ass. I don't give a shit if he was at your bar mitzvah. I don't care if he christened your kid. I don't give a shit about none of that. If his ass can't produce W's, fire his ass. I'm tired of this grandfathered in, oh, he's my friend, or we coach together over here. If he sucks, he fucking sucks. I don't care whose friend he is. This nepotism shit has got to stop, man. We brought Jason Garrett's bitch ass back here to coach just because Mara had a relationship with him. How did that work? We brought David Gettleman over here because he was under Ernie Accorsi for a little while. How the fuck did that work?
Not great.
Stop bringing in guys because you have relationships with them. That shit is whack.
Yeah, I know. I agree, man. That's the Giants' way, man, and that's what I've been saying. Shit is continuing. It's continuing to happen. You know, John Mayer meddling, getting in the way. That's why this whole shit is the way it is right now. Point the finger at the owner. He's running the shit. Him and his family.
He ain't running shit. Look at his household. Let me shut up before I get your channel in trouble. But we all know what his son did in New York a year and a half ago. So he ain't even running his own household. He can't run his house. He damn sure can't run his team.
Which is why we're bad. But let's take a break from the Giants for a minute, fellas. Let's touch on the Jets. This is Heart of the City. And we just got to make the rounds. Then we can get back into it. But Jets lose to Chargers 27-6. Miz, I throw this question to you. I know you kind of watched the Jets a little bit here and there. Are their playoff hopes done? Is this team going to the playoffs? What are the Jets right now? 4-4.
4-4.
Yeah. What do you think, man?
They lost the game yesterday. That game is a big tiebreaker in the AFC for later in the season because the Chargers and Jets will both be fighting for wild card. They'll have another 2 big games coming up in the AFC in their coming weeks. They have a game with the Texans, who are having a good season, and they have a game in December, I believe, with the Cleveland Browns. These are all going to be tiebreakers. But when all's said and done, the way Zach Wilson and that O-line is playing, I could see the Jets getting to like around 8 and 9 and just missing out. I thought they were a playoff team, but I looked at the AFC today, and there are so many teams that
It's a
are
lot of teams, yeah.
yeah. You know, like teams you didn't even expect, like the Texans, the Browns, and the Steelers. These are wild card teams. The Chargers, you know. Even the Colts are not out of it. You know, then you got Buffalo and Miami.
Colts still in it? Wow.
Colts still in it. Yes, they are. So that's the thing, man. I mean, the Jets, there's a lot of teams, man. So I don't know how they're going to do it.
Yeah, the Jets, same problem as the Giants. They can't score.
Well, let's be honest.
Offense is terrible.
Like I told my friend Buko today, the Jets should have lost to the Giants last week.
Right.
You know? Yeah, the Jets should have lost to the Giants if the refs didn't hand them a gift and the Giants hand them a gift with 20 seconds left. And then on top of that, the Giants are awful. So what does that say about the Jets?
About the Jets, right. They were struggling. It's like both teams were trying to lose the game. That's how it be, man. When the Giants play teams, it's like the Giants are trying to give the game away. The Jets trying to give it away too.
Yeah, they do.
Oh man, it's such a dog shit show.
Playing some great football.
Who?
Well, I said what's sad is being wasted is that the Jets defense is playing maybe the best defense of football in the NFL.
Yeah, right. Right, man. They held the Chargers to 191 yards. They actually outgained the Chargers 270, 191. But three turnovers and a kick return TDs would did them in. So of course, Jets 8 penalties. Um, but yeah, that defense, it's it's good. It's really really good, but they can't do nothing, man, with this offense, man. That just
No.
can't do nothing,
Oh,
man.
Zach Wilson hasn't grown at all. And
Mm-mm.
I think he's just not made for the New York City. Like we always say, you have to be a different type of human to play football quarterback in the New York area. It's just different than the rest of the country. There's a lot of pressure.
What's good, Pat? What's good, man? Appreciate you coming through. The link is in the Twitter chat if you want to join in with us. We just going to make the rounds, heart of the city. We've been talking about the Giants a lot. Touch on a couple of these other
No word on
teams.
coach.
Yeah.
Nope.
Man, come
Nope.
on, man.
I put it out there on the stream when I started the program. So hopefully somebody will hear and let us know something. So, but I haven't heard anything. So we shall see. Hopefully everything's good. I'm gonna be optimistic about it. We want to keep good energy in the air. But Well says the Jets, how do you have a brilliant defense and a dog shit? Mr. Miyagi said it best. Balanced in the house sand. Oh man, yeah. Um, it's they're just like the Giants, pretty much. I mean, they just have a better defense. The Giants' defense is okay. It can be good, but the Giants' defense got too much quit in them. You know, when they get down off, they don't keep at it. The Jets defense, they stay at it the whole game. It don't matter what the offense is doing. That's the difference in the defenses, in my opinion. So, the Jets defense is good. The Giants defense can be really good too if they stop quitting on games. And I think some players on this team is attributing to that. One like Xavier McKinney.
Mm-hmm.
We already talked about him. You know what I'm saying? So, but I'm with you, Miss. I don't think the Jets. I don't know if the Jets get in or not.
Yeah, it's gonna be. I don't know, man. They got a lot of big games coming up, and there's just like right now, there's like 10 teams that could make the playoffs in the AFC. So I don't know, maybe more, maybe 11.
Mm-hmm.
Like okay, Texans and the Jaguars both in the same division, right?
Yeah. Right now, you have let me see. Go to NFL.com. Let's look at this playoff picture.
I looked at it. I could do it for you.
Yeah.
You got Miami and Buffalo in the AFC. You got the Jaguars, Texans in the South. You got the Kansas City and the Chargers. Denver is sneaking into the back end right now.
Here we
And
go.
then you got the AFC North. All 4 teams are playoff teams right now.
Dang, that's you're right, Miz. Wow. All four of them teams are actually in the playoffs if it started today.
Yes.
Ravens, Steelers, Browns, Bengals.
Yeah.
Yep. Wow. Wow. Look at the Vikings. Everybody thought they was done. They didn't slipped in there. Number 7 now. So the Jets, let's look at the Jets because we know the Giants ain't involved in this situation here. Yeah, they got a lot of teams to climb. You still got Buffalo, the Texans in there, Chargers. See, they already lost to the Chargers. They beat Buffalo, so they own a tiebreaker right now over them. The Giants let the Raiders get back in it.
They go to Buffalo in 2 weeks, so it's in Buffalo.
Mm.
And I don't think Buffalo forgot week 1, so I have to expect that the Bills are going to find a way to beat them.
He live in Newark, right?
Yeah,
He lived like
near there.
10 to 15 minutes where we was at, Lou, from what he
Yeah.
was telling me. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
You guys didn't see him that when you were there?
We didn't hear from
mhm.
him at all. We still haven't heard from him, bro.
I heard from him that Saturday. He said he was going to try to make it out, but when I called him Sunday, I didn't hear anything from him since that Saturday when we was out there. So last I talked to him.
Yeah, I don't know. I tried to message him also.
Yeah, I've tried. I called, left a message. So, but
Hmm.
that's the playoff picture, man. With the Jets, man, right now, they have a lot of teams to climb, and I don't know if it's gonna happen for the Jets this year. I really don't.
I'll
You gotta
tell you,
worry.
don't beat the Raiders next week. I think they will, but if they don't, then it's over.
Oh, they're beating the Raiders.
Yeah,
Yeah, they'll beat the Raiders, and then um, what is their schedule?
I think they have after the Raiders,
Schedule.
they have Buffalo and Miami.
Okay.
2 tough division games.
Yeah, I don't know if it's gonna happen. I don't know if it's gonna happen. Pat says college QB film reviews coming soon. Definitely trying to dive into that. What you pause, Pat, that college reviews, because I do want to see what these quarterbacks is looking like. Because I watched like a couple of Caleb Williams games. I've been watching Drake May all season because I watch UNC games. Um, haven't really seen Penix except for the one game against USC. I haven't really seen McCarthy or the other kid, Bo Nix. So I definitely trying to dive into that college college tape.
Yeah,
Yeah, Bengals, Steelers, Ravens, Browns, Chiefs, Chargers, Texans, Jaguars, Dolphins. Yeah, they stacked over there in the AFC, boy. They is stacked, man.
right.
So it's gonna be tough, man, for them Jets. It's
Ohio
gonna be
beating
tough for them
Buffalo 20
Jets.
to 10.
You got them beating Buffalo.
I said Ohio is beating Buffalo 20 to 10 right now.
Ohio. Okay.
So Bo Nix has a very strong arm. He has a cannon actually, and reminds me, honestly, of a poor man, Brett Favre.
Hmm.
He's a gunslinger. Well, he's accurate, and you know how it is. You know how it is with a lot of these guys. It's about if they end up in the right system, the right organization.
Yeah. Hmm.
So
Yeah. Pat says Bo Nix can be a problem. Yeah, I want to see what Bo Nix is
he
what
looks
his
good.
game look like because I haven't watched any of his film, but
Bo Nix May might be the best of all of them. Khalid, what
I
do you like?
struggle with May. The reason I struggle with May, and like I said, he's the quarterback I'm most familiar with because I watched Carolina. I feel like he may struggle. He may be one of them quarterbacks that might struggle with like reading defenses, process. Like he has the arm talent and all that, but he's gonna have to because they're not asking him to do a lot in Carolina.
Right.
I mean,
Yo, what the fuck?
he's been good in games this year, but I've also seen him struggle against some defenses too. I think he struggled against was it VTech when they played? So
All right.
um, I do want to see him kind of step up his play a little bit as far as when you playing some of these tougher defenses. You need to show out. Don't just beat up on the bad teams in the ACC. You know what I'm saying? So that's my concern with Drake May. Arm talent, he has that. You know, kid can throw. He the off platform throws, he can do that. I'm just run a real NFL offense. I want to see that.
And I know
Yeah.
Dan Orlovsky likes the Michigan a lot.
JJ McCarthy, yeah. I heard some good things about him as well. But
And like I said, man, Khalib is obviously a talented quarterback and everything. I'm just worried about if his personality can handle what he's gonna face in New York.
mm-hmm.
Cause you see, he's very, very emotional. You see this.
Right, right. That's what
You know what I'm saying? And like so if he has a bad game with the Giants as a rookie, and the New York Post puts him on the front page and gives him a bad name or something, is he gonna break down emotionally? You know what I mean?
mm,
You can't be that way in New York. You got to be able to ignore that stuff.
okay. Yeah, man. But
I was looking up to
was
see if I find anything. I just sent you a picture.
yeah, I seen that. I was just looking at that.
That's why
Yeah,
we
let me
get along. That's my type
yeah.
of nigga right there.
Yeah, let me know, bro. Kev, what's good, Kev? Appreciate you stopping by. But
Rodriguez was good.
yeah, Kev, they do KVN, him and Breezy, Knicks versus Nets. Um,
Yeah, I look forward to we do these quarterbacks review together with Pat. That's gonna be fun. But
yeah,
with
yeah.
Pat,
I want to see.
I texted him yesterday real quick. Um, this Bo Nix stands out, man. You gotta go watch. I mean, he could be something big time. He could be.
Hmm.
You know.
Yeah, I'm gonna check out Bo Nix and JJ McCarthy. I don't believe the kid Michael Penix. I don't think he's a. I mean, I obviously will watch his film too, but I don't think he's a quarterback they'll be looking at
No,
because he's not going to be one to
I agree with you.
he will get killed behind behind this offensive line.
Right.
That kid will because he can't move around as well as some of the other quarterbacks.
You know he
But
reminds me of NYG. I said it in my video. Right? This is what worries me about him. When I watch him, he looks like Russell. Remember back years ago with the Raiders?
oh, Jamarcus Russell,
That scares me.
yeah, dang, that's I ain't gonna do that to the kid, man. I ain't gonna put him on Jamarcus
But like
Russell
him,
status.
but he has the same body type. He's a statue back there.
Yeah,
You know.
he'll probably be good with a team. He might be good on the Raiders or somebody like that. I mean, because um Raiders line is actually pretty good. They're not that bad, honestly. I thought they
Right.
was worse than what they are, man. But even we looked up the metrics. You know, the PFF, the guys that do O line rankings. We looked that up, and they was like 11th. They got basically a top 10 O line. So you know, you're gonna have to protect a guy like Penix for sure if you bring him into to your team because he's a statue and he has an injury history. So I'd stay away from him. I'm with you on Caleb Williams. I think the personality might be a concern in New York, but I mean, kids got talent. I mean, you know, he does need a line because of his size. Pause. He's he ain't gonna be able to take the hits Daniel Jones is taking. Put it like that, in my opinion. That man will be over there like Tyrod Taylor. Um, if you put him in behind this line with this line looking like right now, because the problem I'm having, y'all, with this situation is there's no tackle or no real old lineman that you can go out and get in free agency. So you're going to end up 9 times out of 10 with either Evan Neal back at right tackle or a rookie. So tell me what's the good option here? So that's my concern. You know, now if you draft a guy and the pick hits and he comes in and he's able to hold it down, cool. Go get whoever you want at quarterback. But that's my concern. I don't want the Giants to ruin this quarterback. Whoever it is, don't mess them up. So you bring in who you need to bring in, whatever O-line coach you need to bring in. And if he can coach up Evan Neal, cool. If he can't, put his big ass at guard and find somebody that's competent enough to play tackle and not get ran by almost damn near every play. Have your quarterback pressured 50% of the time.
He definitely lost his job, Kev. Because at the time of the year that he got hurt, he won't be available to start the season. So he'll be rehabbing, which means if we're drafting high, we are definitely getting a QB. And more than likely a lineman next, because we're going to miss Marvin Jones because we're going to be getting a QB. So more than likely it'll be QB, edge rusher, or QB and lineman. First two picks.
Yeah.
Man, but I still don't think they'll start the kid they draft. I think there's still going to be another veteran quarterback they bring in here.
They just
they're gonna have to.
They signed a quarterback today and a running back.
Yeah, Jacob Eason.
Yeah. Might be a
veteran. They can't run into the season next year with Jacob Eason at quarterback.
No, I think he's gonna be. That's gonna be a competition for whoever they sign between Tyrod Taylor, whoever they sign, and Jacob Eason. They're just creating competition to see who's the better guy to run with.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would try to get somebody like Josh Dobbs because he's gonna be a free agent. I would go get Dobbs, let Dobbs run out there for the first half or so of the season, and then you're probably gonna stink, and you throw your rookie in there.
Tell all these woke dummies. Where's all the woke dummies at now? All the guys that was bashing Daniel Jones. How come I don't hear them talking about go get Kaepernick? Huh? How come I don't hear them same assholes talking about go get RG3? Huh? Because that shit didn't make no sense when you were saying it for no other damn team.
Yeah, Tyrod won't be here. His contract's up. He could technically re-sign, but I think that dude need to retire. He's one of those guys that's probably another injury away. That dude been.
You'll bring in for 1 year a Jimmy G or a Tannehill, and you could tell them you're going to start the season, but we're going to go to the kids somewhere in the middle of the season, and you have to mentor him the rest of the year. You and Daniel Jones, and they pay him the money 1 year to do that. A guy like Jimmy G or someone,
Mm-hmm.
Or Tannehill, some type of veteran that could teach you.
Tommy says May from North Carolina will be the QB. I think they probably would prefer May over Caleb Williams, to be honest with y'all.
Get Cam Newton. No. Yeah, go sign Cam. Fucking idiots.
There's actually people saying that.
I know. That's what I'm saying. These people are damn stupid.
I don't.
Forgive me. I'm sorry. I know this is your channel.
Yeah, I'm with you. I don't get that point either. But yeah. Harrison Jr. and Bo Nix in the second. Higgins in free agency if the Bengals let him watch. Yeah. That's interesting, Pat. But do you think Bo Nix will actually make it to the second round? That would be my question there. Because I think them quarterbacks gonna go boom, 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 boom. Yeah, and if he's that good, if he's that good, he ain't making it to the second. If he's that good.
Now people don't know that Bo Nix could slip to the second. That's what you're hearing. But when you get close to the draft time and all the teams are gonna want quarterback, Bo Nix is gonna be gone in the top 10, the latest.
Yeah, let me see if I could pull up the.
Actually, I think his stock is gonna climb as we get closer and closer to April.
Yeah. So let's Let's put a tankathon here.
No, I
Get our
wouldn't.
little share screen, and we can talk Jets too. If there's any Jets fans, if you guys want to talk about the Jets, I know I got the Jets banner up there, but this is usually a 2-man show, so trying to hold it down, but just be patient. I will get to the basketball.
Jets too, MYG. They better start thinking about a future quarterback because Zach's not the guy, and Rodgers is 40.
Exactly. So we're gonna look at it right here. Can y'all see this?
Yeah.
All right.
Not as
So
good as I would like to, but yeah.
all right.
Just one more control plus. There you go.
Let me get all these pop-ups out the way.
There you go. That's clear.
All right, so
Arizona, Carolina, Chicago, New York. So as it stands right now, we're number 4.
we're 4. Okay. So who would we suspect might need a quarterback? Arizona's running it back with Kyler Murray, it looks like. They just activated him.
I'm sorry, MYG. You can put us at 3. You can put us at 3, and I'll tell you why. Tomorrow night, Carolina and the Bears play each other, right? Someone's losing.
Yeah, you're right.
So let's say 3 for now.
Okay, so we'll say 3. Who else needs a quarterback? You know what I'm saying? Because New England, right?
Yes, 100%.
How you feel about the Rams and Green Bay? You think either one of them will take a quarterback? I don't know how the Rams feel about Stafford, how much longer he has. Green Bay, I don't know if they're sold on Jordan Love. They would probably want to give him at least another year, I would guess. Tampa's definitely taking a quarterback.
Tampa.
Denver's taking a quarterback. They about to get Russ up out of there. I just got a feeling.
Packers too, man. Love is not it. Packers. If the
Yeah.
Packers get one of those top guys, they're gonna get one.
Tennessee, they like Levis. I think they'll probably try to develop him for a couple years. Atlanta's, they gotta go QB. Desmond Ritter is awful, man. He's awful. Washington, they like Hal. They're saying he's the guy. Indy just took a quarterback. Vegas is definitely taking a quarterback. So legitimately, if you put Chicago in there,
yeah, bro.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then you got the Jets. 8. That these are all teams that could take quarterbacks.
Mm-hmm.
Minnesota 9. Yeah, homie ain't getting to the second round.
He's not gonna.
I don't think he's gonna make it to the second round.
As we're not even close to the draft. Once we get closer, his value is gonna grow just like the others.
We're gonna have to take that kid at 3, whoever.
But let me ask you something: if you're drafting 3, and one of these teams around 8, 9, or 10 wants to come up, and they offer you a lot to move down a few slots, and you know you could still get Bo Nix at like 9, maybe, are you doing it?
Yeah, if he's your guy and you can get extra picks, why not? But you rolling the dice there. Somebody else could trade up and get your guy. We've seen the Giants get beat like that before with freaking stinking Dallas and Philly making that trade a few years ago. So
yeah, no, I agree with you. If you have your guy,
you better take him. Yeah. Take them at 3. Don't fool around with it, because I don't want to hear Giants fans and the Giants and everybody coming out, well, we really wanted May, but we decided we're gonna take Harrison Jr. and then try to find a quarterback later on, and then you end up losing on both, on everybody.
That's a gamble right there. I'll take the receiver and I'll still come up and get my quarterback. It's not.
If you was in Chicago situation, they got the situation right there. They could go boom, boom.
Hey, Kev, we did not get a first-round pick for Leonard Williams. We got a second-round pick this draft and a 5th-round pick in the 25 draft. We did not get a 1st-round pick for Kev. I don't know where you got that from.
For Leonard Williams.
Yeah. He
Oh
said
yeah,
maybe the
no.
Giants move up in the draft after getting that 1st-round pick in the Leonard Williams trade. No.
Yeah, it was a 2nd-round pick, and they could use that to move up,
Yeah,
Kev,
they definitely could.
into the late 1st round. But you not that pick's not gonna get you an extra top 5 pick. That'll get you if you package both of those 2nd-round picks, you could probably move up to the back end of the 1st round. So
Right.
yeah,
Unless they're smart and they package both of those 2nd-round picks and then the next year's 5th-round pick that they got for Leonard.
that still ain't gonna get you into the
No,
top
but
5.
if you move up further up to like maybe 16, 18 in the 1st round.
Now, here's the theory: they could package 2nd-round picks and maybe Saquon.
Yeah, maybe.
That's possible. You know, if a team really feels like they could use some extra picks and a Saquon Barkley.
I hate talking about the draft in October. I know it's November now, but we basically started talking about the draft in October. This shit is horrible, bro. Football starts in September, bro. We started talking about the draft in late October. I'm so tired of this shit.
Yeah, Arizona has Murray. They might trade Murray, Pat. I don't know.
Yeah, who the hell wants him?
They activated him, but I mean, teams will take a chance on Kyler Murray. I mean, he's shown that he can play quarterback in this league.
He's no Doug Flutie.
But
No,
look, regardless of what we think about him, it's what these GMs think about him.
In the right system, he can thrive. I mean, look at Geno.
Yeah.
Geno was a journeyman, bounced around everywhere and sucked. You put him in Pete Carroll's system, and he looked decent. You know, same thing. Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson looked great in Pete Carroll's system. You got him over there in Denver looking like he's a Pop Warner quarterback. So the systems make a difference. You know?
Yeah. Rams picked up Carson Wentz, which is just adds to my theory. You know, if the Giants were actually trying to win games, they would have maybe got Carson Wentz instead of Jacob Eason, whoever the fuck that is. So
I'm good.
yeah, you ain't about to come in here and mess our draft pick up Carson Wentz. You take your ass over there to LA.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh man, yeah, man.
Right.
Cardinals, Drake May, Bears, Caleb, and Atlanta gets Justin Fields, Washington, Kyler Murray. You think Washington to give up? I'm hearing they like Sam Howell over there, Sam Bow, as you call him, Pat. Over here, they like that guy, man.
Yeah, they like Sam Howell.
So, should have gave Bartman and built this team around him. Yeah, man, them guys ain't trying to build around no running back. They not going to do it.
Listen, I agree with you to a certain extent, right? If he was a workhorse running back that stayed healthy, yes, that would be great. But as much as I love Saquon Barkley, I have 3 of his jerseys. You got to stay healthy. And he has not been able to stay healthy. As much as I love the kid as a great running back, he has not been healthy. And when you're not consistently healthy, we can't build around you. No matter how dominant you are when you are healthy, if you can't stay healthy, we can't build around you because you're not dependable.
Yeah. I just don't think that's Brian Dable and them's type of philosophy. You know, they not trying to build this thing around a running back. They want their quarterback that's going to play how they want to play. That's just what they want. And they play the
chess move. They literally, I said it. You remember NYG? I said he wasn't supposed to be cleared until week 10. Then all of a sudden they said, "Oh, he's cleared." I said, "Oh shit, this ain't right." Then they said, "Oh yeah, Evan Neal's starting that game again." I said, oh, hell no, they trying to hurt Jones. I said, they going to throw him out there. He going to get hurt. He's about to get RG3. And what happened?
Yeah, he got RG3. You was right. That's exactly what happened. That
Same
man
injury.
got RG3. Mm-hmm. Yep. Happened the same way because he walked off and he went back into the game like RG3 did, and shit popped. Yep.
Nobody listens to Louis. Oh, I know what it is. Puerto Rican doesn't know football. Oh, okay.
Yeah, man, but that's come on, man. We the jig's up, y'all. You know, I know what y'all do.
Yeah, it's some shit in the mix, bro. They sabotaged. They said, you know what? Mara's gonna force us to keep him. Let's get him hurt. Then he can't stay. Get him out of here. We'll draft
That's
our
the
guy.
only way you was going to get rid of Daniel Jones. The only way. Because if he's healthy, he's out there.
They said, listen, they said, we seen what happens when the coach benches the quarterback that Mara wants. They get him out of there, right? So they said, so we can't bench Jones for Tyrod or DeVito because they're going to fire Dable. And Dable is Shane's guy. He's hitched his ride to Dable, okay? So they say collectively, all right, how can we get rid of Jones without losing our jobs because Mara's hung up on this kid? All right, we got to get out there and try to break his neck and maybe break his knee in the process. All right, break. And that's what they did.
Yeah, so suspicious, man. So suspicious, man. But, you know, regardless of what you believe, we're about to move into a new era of Giants football. You know, and regardless of how you feel about Daniel Jones, and I'm gonna land the plane, then we're gonna move on to some basketball talk. Regardless of how you feel about what's good, Pat.
Yo.
Regardless of how you feel about Daniel Jones or whatever, you know, look, it's over. We're moving into a new era of Giants football, man, and don't do this quarterback like Daniel Jones. Come on.
Yeah.
I don't want to go through this shit no more with you mugs.
Right.
For real. Let's just get behind the guy. Whoever they draft, whoever they bring in here. Let's just support him.
There you go.
Please.
To answer Tommy's question, he said, should have gave Barkley the money and built the team and scheme around him. This is what we get. Giving Barkley money wouldn't have made anything different this year.
Nope.
Like, what is giving Barkley money would have done?
It would not have helped.
He got hurt. I ain't gonna build around somebody that's always hurt.
I just finished saying that, Pat. And I'm a big Barkley fan, but the facts are the facts. I can't build a team around you if you ain't there.
And if they move on from Daniel Jones, don't be surprised if they move on from Barkley too. If somebody's willing to give us a second round pick, or hell, let's say the Bills get to the AFC Championship and they lose, and they like, man, we'll give you this late first round pick for Barkley. He's gone.
Yeah, I just said that. Yeah,
they just added another running back yesterday, so I'm pretty sure they're gonna try to package Barkley off and get some picks and try to move up and get their quarterback and either Marvin Harrison or a lineman or an edge rusher.
I'll tell you this:
if they move on with Evan Neal as the starting right tackle next year, they need their ass whooped.
I'll tell you this: if Drake May and Caleb Williams are gone and we're at 3, they're taking Marvin Harrison Jr. I'll tell you that now. No matter how much they like Bo Nix or anything, Marvin Jr. is probably the most sure thing in this draft. Over the quarterbacks too. And what I hope is,
with the number 3 pick in the 2024 NFL draft, the New York Giants select. Go ahead, Pat, hit it.
you have to tell me who the player is.
No, you say it. You pick it. See this fan base lose their shit.
I told you, Joe Alt, tackle.
Joe
oh my God. Oh my God. You didn't say Caleb Williams, and Caleb Williams was number one. You didn't take Caleb Williams. You didn't trade your whole draft for Caleb Williams. Let him come in to a worse situation than DJ. Oh my God.
Somebody tried to argue that with me one time, man. And I was like, you do know Kyler Murray went before Daniel Jones, don't you?
Yeah.
You do know that, right?
I asked that question. Name one black quarterback the Giants passed on and took a white dude because they didn't want a black man at the quarterback position. Name one.
None.
They ain't even been in a chance to do that. And people stupid. We could have had Justin Herbert. You do know Justin Herbert went back to school, right?
Yeah, because he didn't want to be a Giant.
Right.
That's why he went back to school. Why you think? Beside the fact that he chokes in crunch time, that I'm not a Herbert fan. You didn't want to come to the Giants, bro. I know that. Dave Gettleman was going to draft Justin Herbert.
Yeah, he was going to draft him. It was obvious. But the reason why I say Marvin Harrison Jr. in the first round and maybe Bo Nix in the second round is because if we're number 3, I know if the Cardinals are number 1, they're taking Drake May. They're not going to take Caleb Williams because you're basically drafting almost the same dude, getting rid of Kyler Murray. They're going to take Drake May, and the Bears had the number 2 pick and like the number 5 pick because they've been bad. They're going to take Caleb Williams. They're going to ship Justin Fields off to Atlanta, and they're going to take Caleb Williams. I don't think they go that high for Bo Nix at number 3. I believe they're going to take the sure thing in Marvin Harrison Jr. because they need a number 1 receiver in their system, and that's the ultimate number 1. That's Justin Jefferson on drugs. I don't care what nobody says. That dude's a monster. And then maybe we do have 2 second-round picks. If Bo Nix slips to the end of the first round, they'll say, hey, look, we give you both our second-round picks and we get our quarterback in Bo Nix because I think Bo Nix is the closest thing to what they want at the quarterback position.
Like Josh Allen. Because I think they want a Josh Allen type of quarterback.
Yeah.
He just like an inch shorter than him, ain't he? Same frame.
He's Josh Allen. He
shorter. Yeah.
Now, he doesn't have Josh Allen's arm talent, but his arm is not weak. That dude has a strong arm. It's just Josh Allen's just an anomaly with his arm talent. Now, I know Penix has the arm talent, but if we draft Penix, we better have an offensive line. Yeah. I'll tell you that now.
Yeah.
And if we do have an offensive line, it's going to be something serious.
Yeah, homie's slow, and he get hurt, so.
It's not that he's slow. He's a pocket quarterback.
Yeah, he ain't moving out that pocket.
Yeah.
He's going to stay in
What
there.
about Michigan kid, Pat? Michigan kid.
J.J. McCarthy, I like him too. And you can get J.J. McCarthy in the second round. The thing is with J.J. McCarthy is he tries to play like what they want, but it's just something about him, man, that's a little off. But he's not a bad quarterback, but you will have to take your time with him. You will have to develop him. And if you do give him a chance, he could be good. Now, if we were...
Go get me Keanu Reeves off the boat from the replacements.
That's Jacob Eason. But I tell you, kid, if you actually put the work in to build a system around him, Jaden Daniels can be dangerous too. From LSU.
The LSU guy, yeah.
It's just that can he take the hits? Because he's going to take a hit, and he's getting concussions in college.
Is he more like the Is he more like the Lamar Jackson type of quarterback?
He's like Anthony Richardson, but in a smaller frame
okay.
and a less stronger arm.
He's gonna take one of the hits and sound like Joe Sleason.
Yeah. And that'll be the end of him.
He's gonna get hit me.
Woo! Bring the ambulance. Told him to quit running.
Oh man.
But I want Marvin Harrison Jr. over any of these quarterbacks. I'm just gonna be honest with you. There's some good quarterbacks, but Marvin Harrison Jr. That's legit. Like he's gonna be a 1,000-yard receiver immediately.
Okay. Well, what about this? How about them damn Knicks? I know you're a Bulls fan, Pat. But how about them New York Knicks, though?
What about him?
It's man.
40 years of trash.
The Knicks are not doing bad, but they are not meeting expectations.
40 years of garbage. Madison Square Garden garbage.
Madison Square garbage. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah,
They did beat the Clippers though, 111-97. But
I actually think they're gonna be half decent this year.
well, they're 3-4 right
Until it
now.
counts. Until it
Yeah.
counts. That's what we do. We'll be like, oh, okay. And then we get to the playoffs. Bye-bye, Knicks.
I'll tell you the problem is that your main player is that damn fuck the power forward name is
Julius Randle.
yeah. He's not built for it, man.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And if you try to go through the playoffs with him as the main character besides Brunson, it's not gonna work. Because for some reason, I don't know, man. He has issues, bro. and then New York, the New York fans going at him like that all the time ain't helping him either. Like he's gonna need mental health classes if he finishes his career with
he
the Knicks.
paid too much attention to that though. Like
Yep.
you just gotta go out there and play basketball, bro. You know what I'm saying? Julius Randle is a talent.
Man, when he on his game,
Yeah,
You
that dude can play.
Wait a minute. Did you just say shut up and dribble?
shut out and dribble, shut out the fans and dribble.
Yeah, he just need to go and just play, not listen to the fans. You know what I'm saying?
That's what these Giants players need to do, bro.
Yeah.
Instead of saying people flipping burgers and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
How about you learn your blocking assignment, sir?
Facts.
But anyway,
It's a lot. It's a lot of that going on in New York, though, man. If you look, look around the city.
I'm sorry, bro, but I don't think Evan Neal is gonna be here at right tackle, brother.
Move him in the guard.
I'm sorry, but
I know you a Boston Celtics fan, ain't you, Miz?
No, Knicks.
You're a Knicks fan?
Knicks too, yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, brother. We've been suffering together.
That shit is terrible, man. That shit is terrible, man.
What you think Brooklyn gonna do this year?
no.
Brooklyn Nets been better, man. Brooklyn Nets been better, and I'm gonna tell you why. They got a kid named Cam Thomas that's lighting up the league right now.
Gotta stay healthy.
22 years old, scored 45 points last night against the Milwaukee Bucks. Been averaging almost 30 a game so far this season. Kids, they got some talent over there.
He's the number
Mikal
one.
Bridges, Mikal can put some points up. What the Nets need now, and I said this in the beginning of the season, they need a closer. They need somebody that can finish games and be that one that gets the ball down the stretch. Cam is not ready for that right now. He can score, but he's not making those big time shots right now to help us finish our games. He will. He'll get there.
Not to digress back to the Giants. I'm sorry, but
go ahead. We could, When
are we going to get a short yardage back here? When are we going to get a short yardage back here?
A big bruiser. Get in there, get them 30, 1 or 2 yard gains we need at the goal line or inches or
Like this shit is stupid, bro. Like, why are we
skippity pepper?
Yeah, skippity pepper. Matt Breida, skippity pepper.
What's good, Alex? What's up? What up, Big Blue in the Bronx? What's good with you, Alex?
Saquon Barkley, skippity paps. Eric Gray, I don't know what he is right now, besides slow. When are we gonna get a bruising running back here in New York, man? Like that could help this offense a lot too, because you can use Saquon Barkley for the first 3 quarters, and when it's time to close it out, put that monster in there. Them tired people ain't wanting to tackle somebody 240.
Mm-hmm.
When they already playing for 3 quarters trying to catch Saquon. Like I don't understand why. You right, man. I think they are bombing this season, bro, on purpose.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's no way Brian Daboll coming over from the Bills is running an offensive scheme like this, bro. No way.
Don't make no sense, man.
No way, bro.
You can't tell me this dude went from the best coach in the NFL, literally in one season, went from the best coach in the NFL to a guy that doesn't know how to coach at all.
I told you what they did. Shane and Davis said, all right, Mara's going to force us to keep Jones. What can we do to get rid of him without getting fired? Because when the last coach benched the quarterback they liked, his ass got fired. All right. We throw his ass in there while he's still hurt. We get his neck or his leg broke. Ready? Break. That's what the hell they did.
That's the least of my worries, man. It's like, what scheme? Where's the scheme? Like, this is the most vanilla shit I've ever seen, bro.
Well, what he's gonna do
no scheme.
They didn't want him to win. Listen, they bet on the fact that he sucked last year, right? He messed around and took him to the playoffs. It's shit. Okay, we gotta figure something else out.
Well, what they did was they built a scheme around. They built a scheme around Jones last year, and then this year they said, "Okay, we just going to play how we want to play. Damn the scheme that we played that we have for you. We're going to play."
If this is how they want to play, this is terrible. All right, this scheme is. If this is the scheme they want to run, they should be fired this year because they're not doing anything.
Kafka's going to take the rap, man. You know, Kafka's going to take the rap for this, man. And then what's going to happen is Brian Daboll's going to go into the offseason. He's going to find whatever coordinator, or maybe he promotes the quarterback's coach to coordinator. And then he's going to run his offense the way he wants to run it.
Bring us
That's what's going to happen. Pat Sherman ain't coming here.
Right. Pat Sherman ain't never coming back here.
Whatever you do, just make sure you lose every game left. I don't care.
Oh, they got that on lock. That they can do well. They can lose very well.
I bet you they beat Washington.
Yeah, they might win one game, but it can't be.
They're gonna win one to make it look good.
They ain't gonna win nothing else.
They'll win one to make it look
they'll
good.
Find a win.
They'll beat Washington. Yeah, they'll find. They'll beat
we
Washington.
Lose out. We got the #1 pick.
Ooh, oh man, I wish. I hate to say that, but
why to get a quarterback? You don't get a quarterback
because or else we're never gonna climb out of this shit, man. That's why.
You don't win another game this year, man. Most of the people on this team ain't gonna want to play.
Oh my God! Can you imagine if we got the #1 overall pick and we grab Marvin Jones and not a quarterback? How everybody go flip shit? Oh my God, we're going with that.
They will flip.
It's gonna be the Saquon Barkley shit all over again, bro. That's what it's gonna be. You're gonna have part of the fan base that's gonna love it.
If we drafted Marvin Harrison #1 overall, they'll stop crying real soon. I promise you that.
Oh yeah.
I promise you that. That dude is gonna be an absolute monster in the league. Barring injury, that's the only thing that's gonna what are you gonna do with that dude? That dude is 6'4", 225. I bet you he runs a 4.3. Route running on point. Catch radius on point. Absolute dog. Son of a Hall of Fame. Man, that dude is gonna be a monster in the league. When I tell all right. That's the best dude in this draft, and it's not even close. That's the best dude in this draft, and it's not even close.
So, Pat, who you think the best defensive player is coming out in the draft?
That's a hard choice because you would want to say Jared Verse from Florida State, but there's a kid at Penn State named Chop Robinson. And if you use him correctly, he could be an absolute menace. An absolute menace. And can rush.
Lineman.
No, he's a outside line. He's an edge rusher.
Edge. Oh, okay.
But
that's what we need. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
You can use him any way you want to. Pause. Just like Parsons. And if he gets his strength up, you can look just like Parsons. Come from the same school, plays exactly like him. That dude's a monster too.
Oh, he wear 11, right?
I think Chop Robinson.
I think it's something. Yeah, it's something with this 11. I seen that joint. It's like whoever like the best player on Penn because I think Saquon Ward. No, it's the best defensive player. Yeah, no, it's the best defensive player. It was LeVar Arrington, I think. And then it was Parsons, and now this kid right here is the supposed.
Chop Robinson is all over the field, bro.
I think so. I think that is him.
That dude can be like Von Miller.
Oh, and I want
exactly like him.
I want Xavier McKinney gone. Bye-bye.
Yeah, Xavier McKinney wants to be gone, bro.
Good, all right, good. So later, I'm done with him.
I think they're gonna flip a lot of people on this team. I don't think Slayton makes it back next year because they could cut him after this year.
Oh, I'm good with that.
Paris Campbell won't be back. I think we're only gonna have 2 receivers on this team: Robinson and Hyatt. That's it.
Yeah.
Exactly. Well, that's what it should be, man. It's time to turn the page. Oh no, let's bring Shepard back for the 19th straight year.
I'm in favor of just moving on from all of them. Barkley, Jones, Slayton, just fuck it. Just get them out of here.
They're going to get a free agent receiver too because they have money. So
yeah, I'm telling man. Listen to what I was saying earlier, bro. You get Marvin Harrison Jr., you get T. Higgins in free agency, and this offensive line blocks better.
That's nasty. And T. Higgins, Pat?
Man, put me any quarterback back there
that's nasty,
that can throw the ball, and he has time.
That's nasty, boy.
Or they may trade a second rounder for Brandon Ayuk. Ayuk and Marvin Harrison is ridiculous. I think it's even better than him and T. Higgins because Ayuk can run routes all over the field better than what T. Higgins can do. Man.
Oh, well, if that's the case, Pat, if that's the case, then don't even we'll see what happens, man. I'm saying, what if you don't even draft the QB? What if you take the receiver like you said, and then with your 2 picks in the second round, you go 2 offensive linemen?
I don't think you need to draft 2 offensive linemen. I think you need to get a right tackle.
Well, I'm saying if you wanted to keep Daniel Jones again and run it back.
You don't even have to keep Daniel Jones and run it back. Get J.J. McCarthy in the second round. I promise you, with those 2 monsters out there, he's going to do some things as long as you block. One thing about J.J. McCarthy, you give him some protection, he'll make some plays, and he has way better arm strength than people give him credit for. I'll tell you that dude can zoom that ball in there. Pause. And then you got Waller, if he's healthy, with Robinson underneath, with those 2 monsters on the outside, man, you got something. You got something. Give me. I think we have a right tackle already. And what's the boy we got back from the Eagles?
Phillips.
Give him a chance to develop on the right side because he's better than Evan Neal, and that dude learned some shit from the Eagles. You can tell it by the way he's moving his hands, knocking people's hands down and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Put him at right tackle. You put Evan Neal, Burger flipping ass at guard, and if he sucks, I say this: if the Colts release Quentin Nelson, go get him.
Shit.
We're gonna have like $68 million.
Mm-hmm.
In free agency, and none of that money is gonna have to go to McKinney. None of that money is gonna have to go to Ojulari. We need to get an edge too. This is what I need. This is what I would really want if they can do it. Give me Brian Burns or the boy from the Jaguars, Josh Allen, at the edge.
Yeah.
Give me T. Higgins or Brandon Ayuk in a trade for Brandon Ayuk. You could get him for a second round pick, and he'll be on his 5th-year option. Or you go get T. Higgins. T. Higgins is not going to command the money that he was going to command earlier because he's fell off a little bit with the Bengals. Mm-hmm. You have to give T. Higgins around $23, $24 million a year. You have to give Brian Burns around $28, $29 million a year. But it's not going to be all up front. You know what I'm saying? You can manage those contracts, but you can push the money down the line. Mm-hmm. And give me a edge rusher and receiver like that. And if we pair Brian Burns with Kayvon Thibodeau, Lord have mercy.
You got a problem.
Then you got Big Dex in the middle. Mm-hmm. Somebody getting in there. I don't care who, unless they just having an off game. Somebody getting in there.
Yeah, market value for Brian Burns right now is 23.4.
Hell no. When Nick Bosa signing 30, that man gonna get about 28. 27, 28. If you get Brian Burns for 23, that's a steal.
Spot track.
Maybe
right now, Nick Bosa 34, TJ Watt 28, Joey Bosa 27, Myles Garrett 25.
Well, you might be right. Yeah, 24, 25.
This is what they got it calculated.
If we could get Brian Burns for $24 million and get Higgins around 24, 25, man, do it.
Let me check and see what Higgins' market value is.
What if you trade for Diggs, Pat? Because Diggs wants out of there.
I mean, his contract is way less than what T. Higgins will get, and Diggs will fit right in with him.
T. Higgins looking at about 15.5.
Bullshit. And no way he getting the same money as the freaking dude that went to the Jets. The tall dude.
You don't need Burns, bro. We got examiners. We're good.
Shut up, Miz.
Oh, you talking about Kirk?
I'm talking about the dude that went to the Jets, the tall guy that came from the Packers and went over there with Aaron Rodgers.
Cobb Lazard? Lizard?
Yeah, Lazard. Lazard got like
garbage, bro. That guy is garbage, man.
Ain't no way T. Higgins only getting $15 million a year.
Right now, Mike Williams is getting 20 a year.
Who?
Mike Williams.
Who the hell is that?
Dude from the Chargers.
Mike Williams is getting $20 million?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what they got his market value at?
They got T. Higgins marketed at 4 years, $62 million with 15.5 average annual salary.
Mike Williams is going to be the one to get 14. It might be a 1-year deal because he keep getting hurt.
Mm-hmm. You know, Pat, my boy came on the stream the other night. My friend Kamal, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He's going to preach. Trust me, you're going to hear him again, man. He's been talking about this for 6 years to me. O-line. That's all he talks about. O-line.
Shit, we've been preaching O-line. I'm still preaching O-line.
About the O-line, bro. He's nuts. He's right, too.
Go ahead and get Caleb Williams and don't have an O-line in front of him. You gonna see.
I'm scared of Caleb Williams in New York. I really am. I mean, he's way so emotional. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm not with the Caleb Williams hype train.
Where's he from? Where was he born and raised?
I have no idea. It seems like it's California.
Right, that scares me too, man.
I think he a Cali kid, man.
That's what I ask you. Is he a West Coast kid? He looks like a West Coast kid, yeah.
Tell you what, they're gonna eat him alive.
Eat him alive, bro. And he doesn't look like the type that's gonna be able to ignore it like Jones and Eli. It looks like the type that's gonna talk back and get into it with them. You know?
Oh nah, homie was born in DC.
Oh really? Wow.
Well, maybe a little tough. Maybe a little bit tougher than I give him credit for, but I just think his ego would get destroyed if he came here and his offensive line wasn't blocking. Like he will make some real bad mistakes.
6'1", 215. I mean, that's my issue. It's the size. Pause.
Short, right?
Because I think if you're winning games, New York, you'll be fine. It's when you start losing is the problem. You know what I mean? And
I
I
just
don't feel
don't think.
like he'll be a good fit because I don't expect the Giants to be winning any games.
I don't think the Giants. I don't think they want a quarterback under 6'4", 6'4", 6'3".
Yeah, I think that's the biggest problem more than anything. Is this is physique or whatever.
Unless they change the way they want to run this
All
scheme.
right, Raphael. See you later, man.
Yeah, guys, I'm break down and go to sleep too. And want you
Yeah.
having me. I'll touch
Okay,
you guys
you
during the
good.
week, all right?
You good. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you joining
And
the show.
All right, miss.
Oh, Pat, I'll call you, Pat. I'll call you guys, all right?
All right.
Have a good night, guys.
All right, take it easy. Yeah, man, but I don't I don't think Caleb Williams, I don't think he'll make it here. I don't. I think they want Drake May, bro, to be honest with
I
you.
think if they were taking a guy that high, it would be Drake May.
I think they want Drake May, and
then you would get the liberals. Oh my God, they wanted Drake May over Caleb Williams. You'll never have a black quarterback here in New York. Shut up, bro.
man, look, it would be nothing. I would love to see more than a brother playing quarterback for the New York Giants. But what I want more than that is to win football games.
Right, so. Bro. Right. And if we ain't blocking for this little nigga, I'm telling you.
Yeah,
he's gonna make some mistakes. That dude, man, let the blocking be like the blocking that it is for the quarterbacks right now. I promise you that dude gonna throw more than 20 interceptions. Because he's gonna throw the ball up. Because he has a great arm. He has extreme confidence in that arm. But it's different in the pros. The sorriest dude can get over there and pick it off.
Yeah.
Like
the speed of the game. The speed of the game is different.
That dude gonna try some Fred Tarkin and shit and get the wake up call of his life. Go ahead and do that with the Eagles. Wow! Yeah. Yeah.
Who was that? Mr. Caleb, meet
Jalen
Carter.
Right. Meet Hassan Reddick. I'm telling you, bro.
Yeah,
and it is bad for us, bro. It's because of the division that we're in, bro. We're in such a bruising division
with the lines and we just ain't gonna compete, and that's why I think they really going this route because everybody's saying build up the line. You know how long it's gonna take to build up a line that looks like the Eagles and the Cowboys line.
I mean, to be honest with you, we're not that far away from the offense line. It's just that Evan Neal is so fucking terrible, bro.
Yeah. Them guys got dominant lines, though. Particularly the Eagles.
I believe John Michael Schmitz helps us tremendously. If we can get one good guard and get a right tackle, I believe we have our right tackle already in Phillips. You just got to let him develop. Yeah. If we could get one good guard that is dominant, where Jalen Carter and them can't come up the middle and just dominate those guys. And I think Ben Bredesen does a pretty good job. They actually played pretty well when that burger flipping dude wasn't in there. I'm telling you, man, I don't know if it's just his vibe. I don't know. This line play. I told
you, notice Glowinski went back to the bench. You know why? Because he said, I'm not.
Soon as that nigga got back in the line, we gave up 8 sacks again.
Put him back on the bench. Pat. And people keep laughing at me about this tank shit. Why would you put your best lineman, literally the last few weeks, that dude's been the only one playing
right, had a 90 rating and put him back on the bench.
You put him on the bench.
Like that
put
didn't
your
make sense to
injured
me.
quarterback, and then to top it off, you put your worst lineman back in the game.
You wanted somebody to die.
Yeah.
Like you wanted somebody to die back there.
Make
And
that
I'll
shit make
say
sense
this.
to me, bro.
I'll say this. If Evan Neal play against the Cowboys, y'all better pray for the veto.
Don't put that dude out there against Dallas, man. Just
If-
for his sake.
If Evan Neal plays against the Cowboys, y'all better pray for the veto.
Don't put that dude out there. I think they need to shut him and AT down for real. Shut all them dudes down, man. Because you got Dallas and you got 2 games against Philly. Man, they might not make it out alive. I'm telling you.
I'm telling you.
It's going to get real
Whoever the
ugly.
quarterback is against Philly and Dallas, and Evan Neal is playing, Godspeed.
And they not going to take their foot off the gas because that's your division rivals and they want to starve the shit out of you. They know the Giants is down. You know they coming in there swinging. Ooh,
if we come within 20 points in Dallas this Sunday, I'll be surprised.
Oh, I would take that bet. 16 and a half is the bet. Take that shit. This team ain't going to score. I don't see them scoring.
I don't see him scoring either.
I don't see him scoring. Word up. Only way they'll score is a defensive touchdown. That means Dak Prescott throw a pick 6. That's the only reason the Giants score this game. Because that offense ain't moving football. That offense is not going anywhere. They might not make it 50.
No, I don't think they're going to score one damn point. Maybe a field goal if Dak Prescott throws a pick or something. Yeah. I see this team being very, very down after this year. People don't understand. When you lose like that, that makes your team just say, give up hope. Get me up out of here, bro. It's like for real.
And I think that's why Shane, paid Thomas and Dex too. He was like, look, we gotta have somebody here. We got these little foundational pieces right here. We need to at least have somebody locked down because everybody here that's here on a 1-year deal, they probably gone.
Yeah, Campbell's gone. They're gonna cut Slayton. Hodgins is gone. McKinney's probably gone.
Shepard.
He needs to be gone. Yep, Shepard gone.
Yep.
And a lot of these guys need to be gone, to be honest with you.
That's why
Hottie's gone.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't dare bring Hottie back again. Zimenez is gone. Shit, they might try to find a trade partner for freaking Ojulari. And I hate that you was right on Ojulari, bro. This nigga stay hurting so much.
I hate being right on him, bro. But what value does he have for your team? Yeah. He can't stay out there. Like, even if you put this dude in as a situational pass rusher, he liable to get hurt.
Ow.
Right. Damn, dude, you only played 15 snaps. Your hamstring went out again.
What the hell happened to Aaron Robinson?
I forgot he was on the squad.
Like, this nigga ain't played in 2 years. I gotta search. What the hell happened to that dude?
Because they've been putting, what's his name? Nick McLeod. Nick McLeod ain't bad.
He ain't. I would put Nick McLeod at safety.
Yeah.
Like, this nigga ain't played in years.
Last game I remember him playing was that Tennessee Titans game, and I haven't heard from him since. Yeah. Like, literally, we haven't heard from this dude since. Like, at all. He's reminded me of that dude we had that was on the team for like 4 years and never played, Ellison Smith.
Yeah.
That's who this guy is, Ellison Smith. You know he's on the team somewhere, but you can't find him.
A year after him. Or 2 years after him.
Yeah.
No, it came the same year, didn't it? No, a year after Robinson.
After. Yeah, I think it was after.
Like, this nigga ain't played in over a year.
Yeah. This is sad, man. It's a sad, sad, sad state of affairs right now
Shout
with
out to
this
New
football
York
team.
Rangers for winning. They beat the Detroit Red Wings.
Rangers did win. Devils right now are still up 2-1. Avalanche 2-1 over the Devils. And of course, your Islanders lose again. I do want to say something real quick about this New York Yankees team. This dude, Aaron Boone, Cashman, had the nerve to go on in front of the media and say he thinks he did a good job. He thinks he made good trades. He thinks the Yankees weren't a bad team. They just finished last or next to last in the division. That's all. Barely over 500. Won 82 games out of 162, 82 and 80. Who the hell does Aaron Boone and Cashman think they are? Like, how can we as New York fans, this is what I get tired of with all these freaking teams. How can we put up with this shit, man?
Wait, sir. If they choose to identify as winners, we the fuck out of here.
Right. What are we doing here? She did a good job. What you want us to say? Keep up the good work? Here, man. Like, what is wrong with this? What is wrong with these New York teams just lying to their fans like we're idiots? Like, come on.
Oh my goodness.
Y'all stink. And you should be fired. Like, come on, man. Like, I can't stand this shit, man. Giants is my favorite team. The next team that pisses me off, my second favorite is the fucking Yankees. So when I get on my Yankees rants, excuse me. Because they play like some bums, the Stankies. Like, y'all supposed to be that team. We hold you as fans to a higher pedigree than any other team from New York because you have the championships to back it up. 27 of them. Don't get out here and tell me that garbage you put on the field last year was acceptable from a Yankee standpoint. Hell, the Mets figured it out and said they need to rebuild. And just hired your bench coach. We'll see how he does because you wanted to hang on to Aaron Boone's punk ass.
Hey, if people can multiply themselves from a he to a they, then the Yankees can identify as winners.
Man, this team, with the contracts. And you know what they're going to do again? They're already talking about it. They're going to go out and try to trade for this Juan Soto from the Padres. Good player. But how much you going to have to pay him? Another 300, 400 mil? You already got 3 of those on your books. Just add another one.
This is how stupid people are. People are willing to pass on Bo Nix. I think that dude is going to be dope. Oh, he's been in college since 2019. So he'll be 24, maybe 25 coming out of college. You do know that he's only 24, 25. He still, if he's a very good quarterback, still can play at least 13 or 14 years for you.
You got a good 10 or 12 coming out at 25. So
man, these quarterbacks don't get hit like that no more, bro. They can play to their 40.
That's true.
They don't get hit like that no more. If he goes injury-free, that dude could probably play 15 years. But you'll take somebody like Jaden Daniels, who's been in college just as long, I believe, because you know why. But
I
you'll
don't care
say
about the age of the quarterback, though, bro. I don't.
if he's
Like,
good, he's good. But you'll say, oh, well, Bo Nix couldn't cut it at Auburn. He had to leave to go to Oregon. But you love Caleb Williams. Didn't he leave Oklahoma to go to USC with the offensive coordinator that got the head coach job over there at USC? Why didn't he stay at Oklahoma if he was that great and he could do anything? Why did he have to go over there with the same scheme? You don't question that, though, because you want to know why? He's in the media. The media loves him.
yeah, they do. They do be, jocking this dude in the media, like heavy.
Yeah. If that dude is in the media, people are really sheep. Like they don't think for themselves. You don't look at the quarterback for him. You just the media say he's good. Get him. He's on commercials. That's how you wind up drafting Jamarcus Russell. That's how you wind up drafting.
Right.
What's the nigga that got drafted right after Peyton Manning? Oh my God, Ryan Leaf.
Ryan Leaf, yeah.
And that's how you draft Johnny Manziel. And that's how you draft Tim Couch.
Not Tim Couch.
Man, what? Tell you, man, you let these fans have it, we'll be just like the Browns back in the day, just like the Jets, just like the Vikings. Get a quarterback. Oh, the team sucks. Get a quarterback. Get a quarterback. You motherfuckers gonna tell me that C.J. Stroud, who was playing very well, it's all because of C.J. Stroud went over to the Texans while they playing well. And I told him, man, you do know they built the foundation for him before he got there, right? What are you talking about? They won 2 games. I said, you do know that their offensive line was pretty good before everybody got hurt. You do know Nico Collins was already there. You do know John Mechie was already there. You do know Damian Pierce was already there. The defense was already there. Only thing they added was Will Anderson and a couple of old niggas. And you could build a foundation the same year you draft a guy. They brought over Dalton Schultz, Noah Brown, the nigga from the Titans, Robert Woods. You know how many receivers they got over there? When you really look at it, they drafted Tank Dell. They drafted Xavier Hutchinson. Man, them dudes like 8 receivers deep, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they built the foundation for the kid, and the kid is playing well. They just needed somebody to get the ball to him. Nico Collins didn't do anything before C.J. Stroud got there. So C.J. Stroud got there, and he just became a good route runner because C.J. Stroud got there.
Nah, he been balling. That dude been playing.
He's picking the ball off people's heads and stuff because C.J. Stroud. No, they just got a quarterback that can get the fucking ball to him. How can you not understand that? It's like y'all act like this quarterback position is just this mystical human being that now all of a sudden he's there. Everybody can route run now. So he taught Nico Collins how to route run. He taught Nico Collins how to get open. That's what he's doing over there now, huh? He taught Damian Pierce how to run. He taught Larry Tunsil how to block. Nah, he taught D'Amico Ryans how to coach.
The Texans been solid, man.
They just needed a quarterback to get the ball to the receivers.
We had Coach Dante on there. You know, he's a Texan fan. We had Coach Dante on before the draft, and he was saying the same thing. He was like, CJ Stroud comes in. We got some pieces. We can do some things.
Hey, if you think I'm stupid, look what the Panthers are doing. The only thing they brought over there was Adam Thielen.
Ain't got nobody, bro.
And why you think he's having the time that he's having? Getting smoked. Like, they're saying this dude gonna be a bust.
Yeah, that's terrible, man. But that shows you it's about the quarterback situation too.
Yeah, the situation has to be better. That situation over there with Carolina is terrible.
Yeah. You draft this guy and then you trade his best weapons. Like you trade off DJ Moore and Christian McCaffrey. Like this dude looking like, what the hell?
You got Gamble as your tight end. You got old ass Adam Thielen as your number one. I don't know if they're playing Mingo or not. Then you who got hurt? Who was the running back over there? Yeah, you bring in Miles Sanders after trading in Christian McCaffrey, and he gets hurt, and Chuba Hubbard is out there. Like, come on, bro. Like, come on, man.
Yeah.
And this is one of the dudes they say that was an automatic. He was generational, right?
Yeah.
So he should just elevate everybody, and everybody should be good. Oh, CJ Stroud is elevating everybody, and that's why they're playing.
You're making a good point, yo, because they was saying that like Bryce Young was like that can't miss prospect, and he was the number one pick, and and even when we was doing like the scouting shit, when we was doing the draft shit, man.
Oh, well, the Giants should trade everything and go get CJ. I mean, go get what's the little nigga's name? Bryce Young. They should trade everything and go get Bryce Young. Man, that man would get he would be dead by now. Playing behind his office, how little he is.
Bro, yeah.
Like, I don't see how you don't see that the Texans had a decent foundation going on. That's why they're playing decent. They need a couple of more pieces, and they're gonna be I think they're gonna take over that division. To be honest with you, I think they're gonna take over that division within the next 2 years. Because all they have to do is add a couple of more pieces on defense, get you a decent linebacker, and
because they got homeboy too.
Yeah,
remember they drafted on defense.
The quarterback from LSU. Yeah. Like that didn't exist. I guess CJ Stroud came in there, and all of a sudden
they don't look at the other side of the ball. Yeah, they don't look at the defense that's actually playing. That's got Nico Ryans over there that's coaching them up. And they don't. Don't make.
Oh, Nico Collins, what was he doing before he got there? They fucking had Davis Mills. Now you got a quarterback over there that can get him the ball, and you see what he's doing.
Davis Mills was doing all right over there with him for a while.
Until the offensive line got destroyed. Yeah, everybody got hurt.
Stroud. Yeah, man. Yeah, CJ Stroud doing his thing, man. Shout out to him though. Nah, Sanders is going back to school. They already put somebody tweeted that out.
Late rounds. If you would have came out this year, you'd been in the first round. You just wouldn't be the first quarterback taken. And Prime ain't letting that happen.
I think he's the best if he would have came out. To be honest with you, he's got everything you want. Yeah,
you put an offensive line in front of him, you gonna feel it. Paul. But he'll be the number one pick next year.
Yeah, next year.
Prime is not letting that happen and let his son drop down in the first round behind these other quarterbacks because they just slurping them up. So he'll go in next year.
He wouldn't be the first pick this year. Nah, because they already boosted, like Pat said, Caleb Williams and Drake May. I just personally think he would be the best if put in the right situation. Because he's got that it factor, whatever you guys are looking for. He knows how to play behind a bad offensive line and with limited weapons.
You put him on the Falcons right now. The Falcons are a better team.
He knows how to read defenses, and his pops is Deion freaking Sanders. Like that kid is smart. He got football.
He finna get his son the most money he can get, and you will be the first pick in the 2025 draft.
They should. So somebody gonna stink and try to tank for him.
I wouldn't be surprised if the Falcons don't trade for somebody like Justin Fields and they go in next year. I just see that as the script for them.
Yeah, Falcons.
I think Prime gonna be the coach of the Falcons and he gonna be playing for the Falcons. That's what I truly believe. I don't think his son is ever gonna play without him coaching. I believe that's the script.
So you think he'll make the jump to the NFL?
He will be the coach of the Atlanta Falcons, and his son will be the quarterback of the Atlanta Falcons. He goes back home. Mark my words. Mark my words. That's what's going to happen. And they would draft his safety son in like the 5th or 6th round. and all of them will be in Atlanta. His sons are not going anywhere without playing with him.
I could see that. I could see it working. I could see it working somewhere in that on that side. If not Atlanta, I could see Tampa being a spot. Because if they decide that they don't want to take a quarterback this year, and say they move on from Mike Evans and some of these other older guys, they're gonna be bad. And I could see them. I could see them being in that range to get Shador.
I'm telling you, both them dudes gonna be Atlanta Falcons next year. Well, all three of them, him and both his sons. I promise you that. I don't think his son is going anywhere without him there. Because he's protective like that. And he has a bunch of connections. The Falcons do bad this year. They do bad again next year. And wind up with the number 1 pick. Oh, they were just that bad, even though tanking. Tank. Fire the head coach. Fire the whole staff. Let him bring his staff. And he's going to have a bunch of NFL players on his staff. I think T.O. will be his receivers coach. I truly believe Warren Sapp is already going to coach with him next year at Colorado. He'll bring Warren Sapp over there with him. They're going to bring Sanders over as the number 1 pick, and that's going to be a huge, huge, huge money grab. Can you imagine the amount of money that he's going to bring to Atlanta with that shit? He's coming back to where he originally.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Nah, that's fire.
So much money.
That's fire.
That's exactly what's going to happen, bro. And when
fire.
it does, and we do this show, like, yep, he was right.
Yeah, nah, I could see that happening for real. Cause
you know how much money that's going to bring to Atlanta. Lord have mercy.
Over there. Imagine
when I say
Sanders, Cal Pitts, Drake London.
And I will say this.
Bijan Robinson, what?
He would be the highest paid coach in the NFL. They will bring him from Colorado's going to have a hell of a season next year. And they're going to give that dude about 12 to 15 million to come over there and coach the Falcons. Because I don't see him coaching any other team without his son at the quarterback position.
Would that be the first coach QB?
Yeah.
In the NFL?
Yeah.
That would be first one, all right.
Yep. Look at all the storylines, bro. He's not coaching without his son, and his son is not playing without him. I don't see it happening. When his son leaves Colorado, what are you gonna do there? He ain't got no ties to that fucking school. That man got a 2-year contract. And you best believe they're gonna do everything in their power to make that man successful in Atlanta. I promise you that. I promise you that.
Atlanta's already got time, bro. They just need a quarterback.
And you already got Tom Brady in his back pocket. The kid has been talking with Tom Brady since he was like 13, 14 years old. And you mean that kid's gonna be successful, bro, and he's gonna be the first father-son couple. Now that's scripted. I know that's scripted. You can't tell me that ain't scripted. That's a script for your ass. Now that right there, you can do what you want to do against them boys, but I promise you, they're gonna find a way to get you up out of there. Oh, nigga, you trying to beat the Falcons in the playoffs? All right. Roughing the passer. I didn't even touch him. Yeah, he did. Touch him again. Touch him again. It's gonna happen, bro. But that's just a little conspiracy theory, if you want to call it that. But when it happens,
I could believe it though.
I promise you, he has no ties to anybody in college. Like no ties. Like he's been coaching his son from the get-go. You know, Primetime has major connections, bro. Yeah. Like major connections. That dude's gonna be with the Falcons, and he's gonna coach his son his whole career. And I can see them winning multiple championships as a father-son duo. And then he's gonna go out. He's gonna be like 60, 65, 70, and he's gonna go off on his way. He's gonna become a preacher after that. Watch what I tell you. He's already in ties with what's the big dude from Dallas, TD Jakes and all them people.
Yeah.
He already with them. He already did church things. Man, I'm telling you, man. After he's done coaching, he's going right to being a preacher. That dude's gonna make money until he's dead. That's exactly what's gonna happen. His script has already been written. But,
yeah.
Not to get too deep into it, but I'm gonna head to bed because I gotta get up. I got my home day tomorrow, bro.
Yeah, no doubt. We about to wrap it up here. Normally, I do a lot more content as far as city is concerned, but I tell you what I'll do for basketball fans. I'm starting this thing up now. BK iPad, BKN bullet points, where we're gonna be getting into some like Brooklyn Nets, New York Knicks, maybe content as far as the basketball, just kind of going over like what the teams are, how they looking midway point of the season, or like maybe like after 5 games or something like that. Or if I catch a game and I'm able to react right after that game, I'll hit y'all with that. So that way we get some more basketball content involved in the show until I can figure out where Coach Ed is. But I think I covered everything. Yeah, I talked about the Mets hiring Carlos Mendoza. I think I touched on that. That is the Yankees bench coach. So the Mets moving in the right direction. They officially hit the reset button. Rumors are they're looking to this Japanese pitcher, another Japanese pitcher. They got Kodai Senga, who's in the running for Rookie of the Year. They'll be looking to another Japanese pitcher, Yayamoto, I think is his name. But supposed to be the next great thing coming out. Of course, the Yankees will be in that mix, but pretty quiet other than that on the Mets end. So they're able to move forward with Carlos Mendoza. I don't know how good he's going to do as a manager, but at least they get a fresh start from Buck Showalter there with the Mets. Talked about the Nets. Like I said, I'll probably just do a Nets show for y'all because I got a lot to get into with the Nets right now with Cam Thomas and his emergence, and then of course, the Nets going toe to toe with some of the big dogs in the league. You know, they went toe to toe with Cleveland, went toe to toe with Milwaukee, went toe to toe with Boston without their starters. A lot of their starters didn't play or played limited minutes, so definitely some things to work on. Of course, the defense has not been great, which is supposed to be a strength for this team coming into this season. I still have a problem with Ben Simmons not wanting to shoot the basketball at all, basically. And then this Nick Claxton injury, 8 weeks. That's a while, man. That's a while. And then this guy is going into free agency next year. So I'm wondering, like, could he be a trade chip to maybe bring in some more some more scoring punch here to help out Cam Thomas, because it seems like Cam Thomas is the only one want the rock for the Nets. Nobody else. Him and Bridges. That ain't gonna be enough. You got Ben Simmons out there who's playing de facto center or point center. He don't shoot, so they need a closer. They need somebody that can come in and help close out these games because they're right there, but just not getting it done in the fourth quarter. So that's kind of my thing with the Nets right now. like I said, the Knicks, touched on the Knicks. I haven't watched the Knicks too much because they always seem to play when the Nets play. So, um, but for what I've seen is they have a same problem they have last year. Julius Randle, just inconsistent. Inconsistent. So Knicks gonna have to figure that out. Always trade rumors involving all these players that could be on the move, but right now you stuck with what you got, and you're 3-4, same record as the Brooklyn Nets, and it's still a long season to be played. So we'll have to see what this Knicks team is looking like about January. Really get a gauge on it, but I'm skeptical now because they haven't fared well early in this season, man. They looked awful in game one. That's the game I did watch against the Celtics. They look awful. Just can't score. Missing open shots, open layups. Julius Randle shooting awful. 30% from the field. Not going to get it. Not going to get it, man. Um, yeah, the Nets are playing tough, Tommy. And that's one thing I will say about the Brooklyn Nets. They not getting destroyed in these games that a lot of people probably would have said that we would get blown out in, against Milwaukee, against Boston. So that to me is a saving grace here in a season that, let's be honest, is a rebuild or retool or whatever for the Brooklyn Nets. Try to figure out what they got. They're finally letting Cam Thomas play. I think Day'Ron Sharpe needs to get some more minutes, especially if you want to move on from Nick Claxton. Need some more scoring. Lonnie Walker's been good. But you need some more scoring punch. Yeah, Simmons is averaging 10 and 8, but you have to score the basketball in the NBA these days. All these sports that we talk about is about scoring now. Defense wins championships, but scoring, you got to score more than the other team. The Nets have been having problems closing out games, and it's a part of the reason why is because you have a guy in Simmons that doesn't shoot. He don't shoot. He doesn't attempt shots. That dude need to be on the block, posting up cats, getting aggressive, causing double teams, and then on the kick out. We need some contribution. At least Claxton, when he was in there, is going to get you some points on some putbacks and, some dunks and stuff. Why can't Simmons do that? Why is it every time you're looking around, this dude shot 3 times in the whole game? Come on, man. You making how much, bro? And you shoot 3 times? I ain't saying he need to put up 30 shots and 10 threes. No. But get a double-double. Get 10 and 10. Let's get there. Let's get. Can we get 12 and 10? Can't with Ben Simmons, man. Can't, man. Knicks need to get rid of GM, head coach, and get some better management. Yeah, he Tibbs is holding the Knicks back in a sense, but he did get them to be relevant. So I would tread lightly as far as getting rid of the coach is concerned. Might want to look at that roster over there because I mean I don't know, man. I was watching them cats and they look like they couldn't shoot shit. They was missing every damn thing. Played well against the Clippers, but Julius Randle, I think they need to figure out a way to move on from that cat. It just ain't working out. Kind of like the Jones and Daniel Jones Giant situation. Like you've been here, you know, you did your thing, you fought through the media, whatever have you, and it's just not working. At some point, shit just gets stale, and you just gotta move on. Um, yeah, Randall Robinson averaging 9+ rebounds a game. Yeah, but Randall is supposed to be your primary scorer with Jalen Brunson, and he ain't been getting the job done, bro. Yeah, yeah. I agree. I agree. I think the Nets actually have a chance to make the playoffs this year. Pretty good chance now that I'm looking at it, just based on the way that they've been playing. We know that they can compete, and they should be better than some of the bottom feeders of the East. They should win most of those games. You know, they took care of business against the Bulls. So, and that was in the play-in tournament thing. So, they stepped up in that moment. We'll see. They get into a play-in game, that's cool. If they get into top six, that's even better. You know, expectations is low in Brooklyn. The expectations is put on the New York Knicks. Them the ones supposed to be competing for some of the top 4 or 5 in the East. That's what I was being told preseason. So now they looking flat early in the season. So that's why I don't get too deep into the basketball conversation to about January, February, when the picture starts to get a little bit clearer and you really see who doing what. But my early season evaluation of the Knicks, disappointing, very disappointing. 3 and 4, so we're not about 500. Same record as the Nets. It looks different with the Nets. Looks more promising to me. With the Knicks, it looks like they're a disappointing team right now. So, but I'll have to watch more Knick games to give you a clear evaluation because it's still early and teams are still trying to figure it out, trying to gel with each other. But the Knicks is a team that should already be in tune. They got the same cats, minus Obi Toppin, with the addition of DiVincenzo. They got the same squad coming back from last season, so you would think they would have some chemistry build up. But it hasn't looked that way. They look in disarray at times on the court. So, and that ISO hero ball that uh, Julius Randle and to a degree Brunson, that's nah, man. Need a little more ball movement. Um, the shot gets, I believe, open ball. Yeah, Dinwiddie is I am a huge Dinwiddie fan, but I mean, he's okay. He's okay. I would like a better point guard, like a traditional type point guard. Um, you got Cam Thomas now. That's your scoring guard. That's your two guard. Dinwiddie, he's all right, but leaves a lot to be desired. You got Ben Simmons, kind of like mismatched pieces, so to speak. Because Simmons is the ball handler, the primary ball handler, but you're taking your center out of the box. So now you start to struggle with rebounds because your center way up there dribbling at the top of the key. So that becomes a problem too with the rebounding. So if Simmons is not going to be a threat to score outside, now you can have defenders kind of hover around that paint area. Now you're not getting no, struggle on the boards, and you taking away an option, a scoring option is going to be taken away regardless if whether he's on the court or not. I mean, when he's on the court, he's not going to be a threat to score. You know that as a defender, so as long as you don't let him dip behind you and get an alley or something, you don't have to worry about that guy shooting. So you have a guy on the court that nobody has to play defense on. That's a problem when you running a half court offense. Now on a fast break, when the net's able to get and run the court, that works because Simmons is good at that. He's good at pushing the ball up the court. When they get in that half court offense, it's going to be a struggle because you got a guy that don't shoot. When it comes to Randall, scoring needs to come from Brunson, Grimes, Barrett. Let the big guys work off the ball. Yeah, Grimes has been better. Barrett still inconsistent. Brunson, he does his thing. About the only consistent on the Knicks from like scoring. Team's inconsistent. They got the talent, they just inconsistent. But we've been on for a minute. I'm gonna wrap this show up tonight. Appreciate everybody for coming through, showing support. Let's take a quick check on the hockey. 3-3 right now. End of the second period. Devils Avalanche. Of course, Rangers won today. The Rangers are number one in the Eastern Conference right now. So shout out to my New York Rangers for holding it down for NYC. Well, right now they're number two. My fault. They're 9-2 and 1, 19 points. Boston's over them by 2 points. So Devils fifth, Islanders ninth. So all three New York teams in that playoff, in that top seeding, just like last season when all three Devils, Islanders, Rangers made the playoffs. So hockey teams are doing good, are pretty much living up to expectations from, baseball teams, not so much, especially with this Yankees team. We already know the football is a shit show. Jets and Giants, one a little better than the other. Whoop-de-doo. They both suck. And basketball, we probably looking at two mid teams, as they say nowadays, mid. So they be about middle of the pack. Nets probably play-in team. Knicks right now, they looking like a play-in team too. So hockey is actually our hope of bringing a chip back to the city. That's Liberty couldn't quite get it done. It came close, but Rangers have a shot. Devils have a shot. Islanders not so much, but they'll still be in the hunt. Every other team in NYC, not good. Point blank, not good, not great, mid, average, below average to just downright trash. So that's what we're dealing with. So I always make it a point to touch on every team. You know what I mean? But couldn't get to the college. That's Coach's Corner. Hopefully he's back next week. But if not, I'll try to make sure I have something in something we touch on the college, Rutgers, St. John's, Seton Hall, Syracuse. They all starting up college basketball now. Football's still going as well, but definitely want to touch on some college basketball next week with you guys. But that's it for this show, this edition of the show. Want to thank Lou for coming on the program, holding it down with me. Big bro, if you're still there, tell them where they can find you at. Tell them what you got going on for the rest of on your channel.
Oh man, G Nation Inside Sports, man. You know what it is. Leather to the face on Saturdays, boxing and UFC. Sunday night football, Thursday night football. Um, just any sports updates regarding the NFL or any combat sport, boxing or UFC. You want to see somebody get punched in their snot box. You want to hear about the fight and how it's going down on a Saturday night, man. Tune in, G Nation Inside Sports. We got all your concussions ready on deck.
That's right. All right. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate Tommy one Tommy, man. In the chat, man. Thanks for holding down the chat for me, Tommy. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate Rafi coming through. Alex, Kev, of course, my bro, Big Pat, Miz in the midday. Appreciate Miz coming through, holding it down with me. Bookend tackles, appreciate you, bro. Wells, appreciate you, Wells. Definitely gotta get you another table, my man. Vinny G, man, appreciate you, man. Appreciate you coming through, man. Thank you, each and every one of y'all, man, for tuning
Not a
in.
bad turnout for a small channel.
Yeah, my little bitty bullshit podcast. What I was told, you know what I'm saying? And I put it out there on Twitter, send back on my podcast, bullshit podcast. Join in today. Oh, you gotta love Twitter, man. Gotta love Twitter, man. I seen something really weird today on that fucking app. But we try to be versatile here and give you the content, man. Give you the spill. You already know what it is. But I'm getting up out of here. We're gonna hit you with the we're gonna hit you with the peace and the Heart of the City outro. Peace.